When we last left off, our intrepid heroes made their way to the trade city of Evarra, the shining jewel of the south, where they have had a chance to interact with some of the locals. The very nice elf Lady Magister and her family, the ambassador, the High Priestess of Naren and her family. Between sessions, Inah had a lovely dinner with Samira and her family. Zana and B also met Sam's mom, but at her job. And Roz and Aska went and hung out at the Temple of Morgan. And, coincidentally, got a lead on the volcanic forge. Or rather, a tantalizing prospect of a lead, because a sister there happens to know something about Canaanite temples in the region, but wasn't willing to share unless the party would escort her on her own holy quest. Roz is mad about that, but can't really blame her. She'd do the same. But it is somewhat time sensitive, and Aska does need to go get an LD.
Yep.
So you'll have to figure that one out.
Get a what?
LD, her sister.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Clearly, you've got to hire Casa and Co. to pick up your sass.
See, while that may be a reasonable thing, it has been a decade since seeing her, you know?
It's a bit impersonal.
It is, but also I figured that was by intent almost.
Yeah, and what do you think is going to happen when they go,
Yeah, see,
hey, we're going to get you Faun and compare half of your sister?
And the problem with that is, like, what are the odds of if she's under some, like, untoward control or persuasion and, like, starts blasting if it's not her sister that shows up?
What if she's under some sort of compulsion that she starts blasting if it is her sister?
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
So that
dun.
argument goes both ways.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But yeah, for right now, the party is sort of split up all across the city. Who would like to resolve some stuff first?
I think mine's just mostly personal fun stuff. I've got a trip down to the chariot races with the Samea family.
Yeah. Would you like to bet ludicrous amounts of money on a chariot race and hope to set yourself up for life?
Do any of them have the inside scoop on it? Or at least a particularly better than average guess?
Samira and her family are ardent supporters of the red team. There are 2 teams of charioteers in the city, red and blue.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll slide 100 silver into the bet as well.
Nice.
It's not exactly ludicrous, but I can't really afford to lose more than that.
Yes, you can.
All right,
I technically can.
Bet all your money.
Right now, if you win, you'll get an 18% return on investment.
Okay.
And let's see if you do. The red team
Cool.
will be odds.
Okay.
No, you lose everything.
Cool.
Oof.
I know Cyan look disappointed.
And
That was terrible.
this is followed up by a riot.
Ah, I see. They cheated.
No, they didn't. However, the red team fans are, greatly disappointed. And as you do when you have a bunch of chariot hooligans, they take this out by rioting.
Riot! You've got to be fucking kidding me. Really?
Well, okay then.
Fucking really?
But it's Samira's family getting in on it. They're supporters of the red team.
No, they're
we got
much...
Samaya banging a drum. Score some fucking goals!
Yeah.
Yeah, throughout the whole match, they are all yelling and shouting and jeering, except Sam, obviously, who will just like wave her hands around. But no, they
Sam
will
make some choice finger gestures at the other team.
Yes, exactly. But no, once the obligatory riot starts, they will lock the door to their spectators box and just
the
wait for that.
obligatory riot.
Yeah, I mean, a team lost the races.
I know we'll
It's time to riot.
Yeah, I know we'll look confused. Like, how often does this happen? You don't seem alarmed at all. And I figured you would be.
Sam will just shrug and sign. Well, the team lost, so their fans are disappointed. And
So they riot?
yeah,
Incredulous signing motions. What?
it's what they do.
I don't riot when I lose, and I just burned 100 silver that I really don't have to lose.
As you are signing this, like behind Sam down in the chariot pit, like 30 people are just hauling one of the red team's chariots over their heads, just looting it.
Oh my gosh.
In the background, a blue team chariots up on cinder blocks already.
Oh no, they even took a horse.
Oh.
Listen, we've all done things we're not proud of after a good chariot race.
Yeah, and the hilarity is like, oh, it's a riot time. Just pull down the fucking the goddamn bar over the door. It's like, oh,
Yeah, that's what they did.
Yeah, there's some city guards up on the high-rise boxes to protect the important people, and after about half an hour, a company strength group will arrive from the city barracks and calm things down, truncheon some people.
It's a fucking Sunday again.
Only 56 people are seriously injured.
What the fuck?
Wow.
I don't know that I like chariot racing.
Only 56.
Only it's like near a max roll.
Look, when there was a hockey riot in Vancouver in 2011.
Oh no.
There were 140 non-fatal injuries. Thankfully, like no one actually died. A bunch of cars got lit on fire, though. There was a lot of $9 million in property damage.
But did you see the pool? They flipped the bitch.
God damn it.
It even has a Wikipedia page to it. Delightful.
Ridiculous.
Fairly mild.
What? 3 days of being on fire over a sport? I've watched chariot races where people fight like nearly naked with javelins. Maybe you actually need a more violent sport to just get it out of your systems.
Raheem will nod and say, "That's what I've been saying." Maybe this new painting I'm working on, based on your stories, will spark some imaginations instead of that.
Gladiators!
Oh no, the gladiators are on Sunday.
No, we want sport gladiators. I want to see Wolf.
So how far does this riot like spread throughout the city?
Like, yeah.
Oh boy.
Sorry, this is the
good.
day after you guys are doing your stuff in town.
Something at least. Fuck
I was
hell.
worried B was about to have to fight her way to the museum.
No, that's fine. Unless you're there tomorrow, but you know.
Look, it's fine. This isn't New York. You don't have to fight your way to a museum.
We'll find out.
Ridiculous. I was just aghast.
Sam looks like mortified as she realizes you're not just joking around with her.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I've never seen people riot over a sport before.
I didn't know that wasn't normal.
No, it's not.
He's here, apparently.
People are very passionate about their teams here.
Yeah, they are.
It's almost like an election.
I hope you guys don't get into like wars over the Triarchs. I mean, actually, now I'm assuming that happens.
No, it's fine. The Triarch election is a stab fight. Last one standing wins.
Sumaya will just sip her drink and say, "There's a reason I got out of that business when I got pregnant."
I suppose so. Did you have particularly enthusiastic rioters?
Yes, and no. If you don't have enough enthusiastic rioters, you're not going to get in on the elections. Though most of the years I was running was more or less unopposed.
Oh, well, that's good. Glad you didn't come to horrible danger.
Was only when the Temple of Morgan was established that I had actual opposition, and then decided just not to run. Let the Ravens priestesses lord over things for a while. Their supporters are particularly militant.
I guess quitting while you're ahead is a good move.
She nods. After all, I already had the manse and everything I could ever want.
That is true. I suppose most positions in the world are eased a lot if you happen to be rewarded with a mansion.
Beep, beep.
Eep.
Okay, so now you can hear me.
Didn't realize couldn't before.
Yeah, I was always like, I'm getting no fucking responses. Like, what the hell's going on? And then I checked, oh, it's not picking up my fucking microphone.
Weird.
Yeah, once things clear out, Sam will suggest the two of you go somewhere more quiet instead to cool off after that. Anyway,
I would let
uptown to
that.
the gardens.
That sounds like a lovely time.
Oh man, why did you say that?
What?
You want to go to somewhere more quiet? That's everywhere, Sam.
Look, you can't tiptoe over every single word you say.
No, that was the joke. That
I
was
know.
the thing.
Yeah, we get
We
it.
we get one blind who can't see things, and then like somebody who can't hear. It's like, go to a quiet place.
It's true. We do step into these quite a lot.
Look, language is just constructed like that. It's very difficult and awkward to get around it.
True.
And Sam is not bothered by that sort of thing, really.
Well, yeah, because you can't hear it.
She's the one who said it.
Oh, right. Sorry, I was thinking Sam was in like Samira. Yeah, you know what I mean.
She is so. Yes. You mean her mom? Oh, goodness.
Only later that night will you find out that Raheem's fiance went out, slipped away while no one was noticing, and went to go riot.
Oh my god.
Yes, they're doing it. They're rioting at a college level.
Just pulls her shirt off and goes to light a carriage on fire.
Just so ready to party.
So yeah,
Well,
that's how that day goes for you.
Yeah, holy shit.
it's a good thing they fucking write in Evarra and not the actual queendom.
I mean, it still happens in Aruna on and off. Just not as
Yeah.
much as compared to Evarra.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like there's a difference in terms of writing in Evarra and writing in, fucking Aruna.
I'm not.
Because yes, Aruna, because there's a difference in the types of who maintains order there.
I mean, not really. It's still just going to be the town guards, honestly. And no, they don't really have sports ball in Illyria at all because the town's made up entirely of Benoi, who are, generally speaking, rather svelte and not very athletic.
It's
But
artsy
volleyball, though. But volleyball, though. Imagine
Volleyball.
what they could do.
They would fucking crush at volleyball.
See, the
They
thing is,
have-
though, you don't riot after volleyball. You just sit there and drool at it.
That seems healthier to me.
Yeah, well,
You
you
probably
should
is, yeah.
get Aska to introduce the town to volleyball. And Nora,
Yeah,
the undisputed champion of volleyball, as we all know.
Yeah, the Evarra has like beachside properties all around them and shit like that. So, of course, they have like beach volleyball like that.
You know, I'm into it. Sure. Volleyball is just a big thing in Illyria.
Cool.
Volleyball's pretty fun.
And I was saying before not my mic was muted, it was really understandable when the whole tribe. Okay, who gets to be a tribe? Well, it's matters of combat. There's a reason Druid is there.
Yeah, he fucking wiped the floor with the last Triarch in single combat.
Yeah, he got best stabber. Fucking what would be the year he did it?
He has been the Triarch for the last
30 Hagen
12
sleep.
years.
I mean, wait.
No,
actual
this
years.
is 64 Hagen sleep.
Right.
Yep.
65, actually.
16.
Yeah, so-
Hagen sleep.
Well, given that he got his pinky finger back, he could properly draw his blade again.
But yeah, who next, if anyone?
We good.
All right.
Yeah, we're out there getting to see the great market for the first times in this campaign.
Indeed, it is a great market and lives up to its name. It is pretty damn massive, about half a mile across, with hundreds bordering on thousands of market stalls, little tents, rolled out merchant rugs, all displaying goods from quite literally all over the known world. There are spices and silks from distant Assyria. There is wine and weaponry from the islands of Evarran, scrolls and tomes from Anderland. There is beautiful works of art from Pergolith, and whole racks of tomes of lore from the distant colleges at Briarmount, all collected in this one locale where gold flows like water. Pretty much, if you need to find something, this is probably the place to do it. Including, it would seem, the occasional magic item. As you have been told,
fancy.
there are auctions, private, of course, for the trade of particularly valuable artifacts. And it is to the proprietor of one such auction house that you go, a Mr. Bozeman, who runs a museum in town. The museum itself is hard to miss. It's just off the Great Market Annex, and it is built as opposed to the sort of Mediterranean style of the rest of the city. This one has clearly been constructed in the guise of one of the great sandstone temples of distant Assyria. To B's eyes, it looks vaguely similar to home. Of course, they don't have the same materials on the Nubian islands, but they are descended from that culture and mimic the style as best they can. And as promised, it costs but a copper piece to gain entrance. where you can see, according to the sign, artifacts and historicity from the world over. And there are pictures up on the wall outside depicting strange swords, mummies, and glowing suits of armor.
Mhm. How
Sorry,
fun.
dogs are barking.
Away.
You've been working a lot then?
Terrible joke.
Oh yeah, you could hear his feet like actually make noise and like, god damn, your feet up.
I mean, I'm familiar with the term, yes.
Just waiting to see if Gardy survives the
Okay.
onslaught.
I am back.
Did you have a rough time of it?
There was lots of roaring going on. But anyway, B will excitedly look at all the things whilst trying to find Mr. Bozeman.
Yeah. Well, the man himself is probably inside, but if you're willing to pay a copper and ask around,
Definitely.
you can indeed get yourself directed to the manager's office. It is down in a sub-level, leaving the
What about the Dom level?
Well, hold on here. That's for his mistress to decide.
Ah,
But yeah,
But what if he's in the sub level wearing a top hat? Huh?
perish.
Let's not get hasty here.
So yes, you can find him down in a basement office. The whole of the temple structure is given over to the museum and its exhibits. But downstairs you can see a number of offices and storage rooms, and the largest of them is given over to the manager, who will greet you all with a faint nod. Greetings, everyone. Is there something I can do for you?
Yeah, hi.
Introductions?
I'm Beatrice. This is my friend Zana. We're part of an adventuring party, but we're friends with Ambassador Calistan and out of character. What's the lady's name from Dethick Dale?
Marcia Shaw.
That's it. And also Miss Shaw, Marcia Shaw from Dethick Dale, told us that you would be the person to talk to about auctions where magic items are sold.
Ah, yes, yes, indeed. You'll forgive me for asking, but are you interested in buying or selling?
I actually was wondering if you knew of someone who had bought something at an auction previously.
I most likely do, but I am not in the business of giving away my associates' information.
I was worried about that.
I'm afraid
I
my business is done in strict confidentiality. You can understand that when dealing with particularly valuable goods, that there are those who wish to purloin them, and so making sure no one knows who has them is in the interest of the buyers and the sellers.
Yeah, I understand. Would you think, is there any way to prove that we aren't that our intentions aren't unscrupulous?
I'm afraid that simply doesn't matter.
Hmm.
Whatever your intentions may be, the people I associate with expect a level of professional confidentiality, and to breach that trust would irreparably damage those relationships.
Yeah. I guess I'd have to.
Well, the question was initially like a specific magic item that had passed through your auction. Her intention was to find and maybe find a way to procure it or find a way to trade for it because of its apparent ability to grant the user's sight.
Well, if you wish to leave your contact information, I can have a missive sent to you if such an item as pertains to your interest ever comes up for auction again.
I don't think that would be necessary. I really, after in the end, I really just wanted to see the object. I figure if I know how it works, I can potentially make something similar in the future.
Replicates its capability of granting, people who are born
Yeah,
blind a form of sight.
Well, I
but
am sorry, my dear.
no, it's no problem. I'm sure if we must find this person, I'm sure there are ways to do it without mm, requiring you to besmirch your uh, good name.
Of course. Good luck to you and your noble endeavor.
Although while we're here, if we were interested, how often are these auctions held?
There is no regular timing. They are held
Oh,
when a sufficient number of interesting curios come into the collection.
huh. Would it be possible to ask how based on prior uh happenings, how close do you think one is?
I would not be surprised if one was held within the next 2 months.
Perfect. In case we
Okay.
might be back. We have some business to attend to, but perhaps we'd be interested in the future.
Of course.
I
As
can
friends of the ambassador, I'm sure he can arrange for your invitation.
Good. Thank you.
My pleasure, and I look forward to seeing you there.
Flirt with him.
no,
He
that's
looks over his shoulder. It's like surprise. No.
no, like it's just a ghost. Like, never mind. The ghost of horny.
He's rich and hot. Get him.
I mean, if you are into the menfolk,
What
this
would
man
Inah
is
suggest?
exceptionally attractive.
What can you tell me about your establishment here.
Hmm.
Last time I was here, it wasn't as known, I would have said.
Oh, nonsense. Though we have had the building renovated recently. Changed the style to more match our current stock. The museum here has been in operation for decades. Same location, different facade now and then. I founded it as a young man, as a recent graduate of the Briarmount Symposium, specialized in history. Came to this part of the world to seek that which I'd only read in books. And having accumulated a wide assortment of interesting curios, I thought to myself, why, it seems only right to make them available for the rest of the world. Things of historical value do no one good sitting locked up in a private collector's estate where only one or two influential men can appreciate them, much less learn anything from them.
Yes, understandable to display some of the historical relics of kingdoms long past or civilizations long past.
Indeed, especially with literacy rates not as great as they perhaps ought to be. This is many people's only chance to recognize that there is a greater history in the world beyond the mere bedtime stories, that the kingdoms that they hear about in tales were real places, lived in by real people.
Oh. Well, that literacy issue is slowly being, well, attended to, but
Yes, the printing press has done wonders for it, but still, it's rare enough outside of Evarra. And you'd be surprised how many foreigners turn up here. Or perhaps not, given that it's a port city, but still, it's a point of pride for me that, rather than wasting their coin in brothels and at the arena, there are hundreds that come through the museum daily from ships, looking to see what this great city has to offer in terms of lore rather than just gaudy baubles.
okay. So I take it you got something on the old fallen dragon empire that used to be part of this area, correct?
Oh yes, of course, we have a lovely collection of their ancient coinage. You'll find that on the second floor. There's also a shard of draconic armor. That's a relatively new addition to the collection. I believe it is made of genuine dragon scale, though, alas, history has taken the luster from it.
Oh,
Thanks for a moment. Our character. We did get, like what's the word again? Coal. Imprints.
Charcoal rubbings.
Yes, that's the word. Charcoal rubbings from the dragon ruins up in the mountains, correct?
I
oh, yeah.
believe
Yeah,
so.
correct.
Yeah. So you're a knowledgeable historian about the area and its history here. That's good.
I like to think so,
Uh,
but I do have specialists on staff if there's a area of particular interest to you.
Well, like the sun god elves and female sun god elves that apparently was a part of the ancient worship back then.
Hmm.
Lysane.
I'm afraid that does not ring a bell.
Oh, Lucient?
Yeah, Lucent, that was her name.
He shakes his head. Not familiar with a sun god elf woman. There's Wovar, of course. though he is distinctly male.
Oh, yes, that we know. That's why we asked specifically about this.
As I said, I'm afraid
Because,
that isn't familiar to me. You might have better luck with someone who works the Dragon Empire section. The historian
okay,
up on the second floor might have a better reckoning than I do.
okay, that's good because we found some ruins there, some ancient relics, got some charcoal rubbings, usual
Oh.
delving there.
Fascinating.
Speaking of, we had some. I'm not sure if you would be the person to talk to about it, but we also came into some relics from the Galewen estate. That she will reach behind and pull out the bell hammer that she bred with to show off just like what they'd be working with.
May I?
Yeah,
Go right ahead.
our character. We also had the hat for historical.
I traded the
spiritual.
hat in for the ring.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, never mind.
but we have another hammer like this and several suits of decently maintained chainmail of a similar variety.
Bozeman will take out a set of gloves and delicately take the hammer from you, examining it for a few moments. Funerary hammer. Late Elven realm. You say you got this from Galewin's estate. I thought that had been lost to time. No one's ever found the way inside.
It had,
Well,
but we found the way.
yeah, we indeed we did we?
Well, that is remarkable. While
What was
these hammers themselves are relatively commonplace, the provenance is interesting, and yes, I can see the princess's crest here on them. Looked genuine enough. Are you willing to part with this?
Yeah,
there is
for the right price. If you needed to have someone check to confirm they're real,
validity?
you'd understand.
Not necessary in this case. The Old Elven Realm is my area of expertise.
Oh,
Perfect.
then you would happen to know of what's her name again? The Lady of the Lake.
You mean Leverin? Yes, of course.
And other character. There was Lady of the Lake and her husband, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
And her husband.
Of course.
We found where they were buried.
Yes, in
Along
Gillen's
with-
estate, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Quite very nice.
One member
Beautiful,
of our party has rubbings from their graves. If those would be of any value as well.
To me, personally, no. You'd be better off talking to a researcher for that. Although the Lay of Leverin is a relatively well-covered topic. Still, if you have first-hand sources like that, I'm sure I can find someone who'd be interested in copying them down for future publication.
Fair enough.
And then it's the Callistons. Immediately they go, "Do you mean the Lady of the Lake?" Yes. Yeah, that. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Indeed. Well, we have to consult with our our archaeological expert, as she is the one with also is the one for safekeeping such more delicate pieces. We do have.
That's a real nice way to put it.
Hey, out of character, you played up. You played up some people occasionally. I got to play you up a bit. So you know what?
Fair, fair. I'll certainly take it.
Not like out of character, not like Savin, like just completely disregarded our bid. Son of a bitch.
Just roll us under the bridge. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yes. Kick it under the
Look.
fucking carriage there.
Not under the carriage, just ignoring your existence entirely for the benefit of someone else. But yes, B or Zana, if one of you wants to make a persuade roll on Mr. Bozeman, we can use that to generate a price increase over the base value of these
Sure.
items.
I got a 3 in that.
May I have assistance from
Yes, indeed.
instead?
Let's see. In this case, so you're going to start with a 20% increase, so 140%. Let's see how he negotiates. There we go. All right, a 31% base increase over these items' value.
Sounds fair to me.
More than well.
Okay. Well, what's our base value on like this elven stuff? You didn't actually write that in.
Uh,
The
yeah, I've said
value.
it before. They're just equivalent to their
Alright,
normal
200.
items. The armor is chainmail.
It says that 31% increase of the
The normal
But
sale
the-
value. Yeah.
okay. Cool. Yeah. In that case,
Offload
we'll
all of that to him, and he will give you
Yeah.
an additional, or rather, you will eventually receive an additional 100 silver pieces if you are willing to sell off those rubbings to publishers.
Yeah. Or at least I guess we'll have to ask, but I don't see why not.
That's a
Yeah, but we
negotiation that can
have
take
to.
place over a few days.
Yeah, like I said, that's we had to consult our archaeologists.
But also on the way out,
No, on the way up.
up. On the way up, back up, B will, or before we leave, B will ask, I didn't think to ask before, but, and I know it might not make that much of a difference, but, would it make any difference if, we asked you to give a message to the owner of that item, if you know who it is, and they could perhaps hear what we want without having to reveal themselves?
I will see what I can do for you. You do seem to have a genuine interest in historical archaeology. At least that's enough for me to trust you that much. But I can't guarantee I can even get the message to whomsoever it is, much less that he or she will respond.
Well,
That's fine.
an attempt, it's better than none. That's all we can
if
ask for.
they're still in Evarra at all, it feels like it'd be worth trying.
Of course.
And thank you again.
My pleasure. And do keep me in mind if you find any more artifacts such as these, well, we do have a lovely selection of late Elven Realm items already. These duplicates will certainly go a ways towards bringing the next auction up.
Definitely. If we find any interesting objects, magical objects that we don't need, maybe we'd be interested in selling them through you as well.
Yes, of course. That is a wise decision.
Unless that item is, horrifyingly evil or cursed. That's
You'd be
Yeah,
surprised
maybe.
what sort of market exists even for items that are less advisable to use in actuality. Just owning anything enchanted is a mark of prestige to some, and to others a cursed item can be a blessing in disguise.
Don't
Yeah, I
know
imagine
if
there are
I'm-
some people
yeah.
who like look at a
I
curse
don't
and go,
know if
"That would
I'm
be a huge benefit
surprised,
for me."
but yeah,
There are
still
lots of kinky
interesting to
curses
think
out
about.
there.
That's also true. I was thinking more like there are some that are like sensation curses, like makes everything too loud. Like that would be amazing for a deaf person, or etc.
Yeah.
I could sell all these.
Yeah, unless there's anything else at the museum.
I think that's all.
And I suppose if we are just making our way downwards, next would be Aska
Making
and
our way down to-
Roz.
Okay. Well, we're simply delivering a letter first and foremost, and I guess the more important bit is afterward.
Afterward? Question mark?
Yeah, we have to decide whether. Well, we can try talking to that Garamaz. He might have a lead on that temple, and might be an option other than just splitting off into Casa and all that.
Roz will cross her arms. Yeah, hopefully. Still, unless his information is exactly the same,
beep up.
well,
Beep boop.
I'd still want to pursue Daphne's lead.
Of course.
Okay.
We're-
I was
we're
saying
talking,
you
Hedrah. If you
weren't
could...
done.
Great, thanks. I still want to pursue Daphne's lead regardless. But I still don't want to split up, no.
And if it's necessary, then it has to happen. It's just a little bit of time away.
Roz clearly looks uncomfortable at the thought. I guess you're right. Of course, I shouldn't fret over it. And a tail curl around her waist. Oh, let's go and see what this Garamaz fellow has to say.
Yeah.
So it is a walk of quite a ways, pretty much all the way across the city again.
Yeah, pretty much.
But eventually you can make your way to Garamaz.
Oh,
It
he needs a map.
is a quaint little shop on the edge of the town. on the door, or rather over it, is written a sign in a gilded cursive font. Garamaz the Chronicler, collector of fine stories and legends and other interesting miscellany. And despite the shop's humble exterior, there are a pair of men standing guard outside, both with large two-handed swords planted in the dirt in front of them. Watch you impassively as you approach. Oz will glance between them. Well, that's inviting.
Well, we did tell that he was a little bit secretive and is you gotta know to know to get in.
I guess Skuldrin wasn't kidding. She will give the two knights an up nods. Somewhat trepidatiously step through the threshold, but they don't challenge you. And inside is pretty much what you would expect from a bookstore. There are shelves on shelves loaded down with tomes and scrolls. There is a middle-aged looking catfolk man with a well-trimmed beard and bright purple eyes reclining behind the desk, and a quite shaggy-looking red wolf lounging on a carpet. Wolf looks up at you, quirks its head to the side. Its tail does a little flip, flip, flip from either side. Roz will immediately go and pet.
I taught that dog magic.
Hell yes, you did.
Hello there.
Fellow behind the desk will glance up. Ah, yes. Greetings. To what do we owe the pleasure, madams?
We were told by an associate of ours, Sister Golden, that you might have information on more esoteric subjects.
Ah, Golden, yes. Of course. Please do come in. It's unexpected to get a referral from her of all people, but so be it.
Well, we're looking into a legend of the old volcanic forge. Do you happen to know anything for it?
The Volcanic Forge, hmm?
Yes.
That is a name I've not heard in quite a while. But you have
Old
heard
forge, huh?
it. Of course. There are a few things that escape my notice. What about it are you looking for, my dears?
Well, we're trying to find it.
Oh, is that all? Well, in that case, Garamaz will roll out, or he will go to a shelf, take up a map, set it on the counter, and as he rolls it out, let's see here. The Volcanic Forge, yes. That would be just up here. That's a lake, good sir. It is now, yes. At one point it wasn't. Also,
So it's
how do you know that? I've been searching for years. And the man will cut her off with a smile. My dear, I am a chronicler. It is my job to know. Besides, you had a referral. He'll flick the map closed with a shake of his wrist.
so is it within the lake or beneath the lake itself?
Nowadays, beneath.
Huh. Well, I guess I was somewhat right about it being next to a lake.
I guess so, yeah. Wow.
Just the wrong lake.
Think it would be that easy either. Thank you, good sir. I owe you a debt. Careful, young lady. Don't go saying that unless you mean it. I do. You have no idea what this means to the church. Well then, give her a smile and nod. It was a pleasure doing business with you, Lady Roswin. And you too. How did you know my name? He gives her that same smile as before.
Smug bastard.
Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I don't believe so. I'll look to Roz if she has anything she wants to ask.
She will just shake her head slowly. I suppose we should get going then.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you for your time.
Of course. And if you do see the young sister, send her my regards. It has been entirely too long since last we spoke.
Of course.
Oz will leave with alacrity. Okay, but seriously, how did he know my name?
Jimmy's so thoroughly rustled.
I'm guessing some form of telepathy or something like that.
That dirty trick. And for what purpose? Just to show off?
Hmm. Well, he did say he was a chronicler. Maybe us just being there gave him information about something.
That would be incredibly powerful magic, but maybe.
I
Still,
wouldn't put it past it. I mean,
I
given his
guess.
guards and everything.
Maybe he is a big dick wizard, actually. Still, he just told us where the forge was. That's... What the hell? Not that I'm complaining, I guess, but how is it that easy? There's got to be a catch.
Don't know.
Or maybe he's just blowing smoke up my ass.
I honestly can't tell. We'd have to go up there and find out, really.
And also learn how to adventure underwater.
Well, maybe not necessarily. Remember, he said it's beneath the lake, not in the lake.
What's the difference?
Well, there could be a passageway through the mountains or somewhere nearby to get down there.
Oh, I see. You mean completely underground.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could be true. Kandon is the patron god of dwarves, after all.
Yeah.
Maybe there's that tunnel between Igniferus and Evarran. Maybe there's a branch or something we could use to get in there.
Wouldn't they have found a branch like that and explored it while making that tunnel, though, if there was one?
Probably, but just because it doesn't connect to the temple now doesn't mean it couldn't be made to. There's a bunch of powerful earth mages up there. You know, Tally's folk. We could get
Yeah,
one of them to drill the tunnel deeper for us.
very well could. And gives us a good reason to go up by Tally's place again.
I bet she'll be looking forward to that. guess I'll go talk to her about it.
Yeah,
Maybe it turns out we don't need to go and deal with this Sister Daphne after all.
perhaps not. But if, in the case that her quest doesn't get taken by the time we're back, we might as well.
Yeah, of course. We could use some money after all. I'm getting a little low.
I have a bit, but it won't last forever.
And yeah, as the two of you make your way back to the tower, we'll snap back over to the museum for a moment to let Zana finish what she was cockblocked by Discord from doing.
Yeah, sorry about that. Was very annoyed.
I imagine.
Okay. Just making sure that Bay doesn't leave, so we go to
Yeah,
the
we're still.
second floor that we were supposed to the Dragon Empire specialist.
Yeah. There is indeed a pretty Mander lady standing around near the display of, as promised, various imperial coinage and a suit of, quarter suit of scale mail armor. That does certainly remind you of salamander scales, at least, if not really dragons. She will greet you with a smile. Hello there. What can I do for you?
Greetings, this is Bay, and my name's Zana. We had questions regarding the old Dragon Empire. That was apparently a part of it was located on this very peninsula.
Oh, of course, yes, the Empire stretched all the world. It was not a contiguous nation-state like, say, modern Aruna or the Republic. It was more an alliance of city-state and freeholds, maintained by individual dragons.
So who maintained here?
Well, it depends on where here is. The Republic of Evarra was not itself occupied by any major dragon clan, but I'll throw you over to the map again. It is said that the imperial family had several holdings in the region. They are known to have had a major estate underneath what is today Anders Bay, and we know that they had some mining facilities up in the Paladin Mountains, whence much of the imperial treasury. And the islands to the south as well, had at least one holding, though it's yet to be located.
A holding akin to a ruin of the Dragon Empire in the Borean Mountain.
Indeed,
Paladin Mountain.
it's believed to be located somewhere in the region of the lake.
Yes, we did indeed discover, I think, a part of it. I think that will be of interest to you.
Yes, indeed. Oh, you must be adventurers, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
As much as adventure we could have been done, we on the road a lot.
Oh, yes, if you would be willing to tell me about it, I would be ever so interested.
Yes, and you're. Sorry, I can't just call you. What's your name?
Oh, I am Mira.
Mira. Very nice name. Do have question of robbings that we took a bowl we found, and apparently a female elven sun god I found.
Mm-hmm. Named Lucient.
She will think on that a moment. Lucian. That is familiar, yes. She will ask you to wait a moment and disappear into an office before coming back with a set of large, heavy tomes, which she will lay out on a desk. Yes, here we go. Lucian. She's only mentioned once in any text I've ever seen, but it was very interesting context. An old prophecy laid down by the early Senatrean pantheon said to be a child of sun and moon, star and earth. I'm not sure she ever existed, per se, but she was certainly prophesied to exist.
Oh,
She had
well,
particular interest to the Dragon Empire, yes. To the Worm of World's End specifically. I believe he had a shrine built to her.
yeah, Faye, could you...
Yeah, that would explain this and the bigger statue we found, and she'll pull out the little statue.
Oh my. She will cover her cheeks a moment as she takes in the nude hermaphrodite form.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's...
the
Huh, that is certainly, Dragon Empire aesthetics.
should have seen the bigger, the full size statue.
Yeah, that's at least 9 to 10 feet tall. Was it marbled statue?
Painted of some kind. I don't
Yeah.
remember the specific make.
What an incredible discovery.
Yeah, sadly it was too big to take with us.
Oh,
I'm
yeah, nobody
glad
could...
you didn't try. You have
No, we didn't have the strength to carry that thing. It was solid.
Yes, there are entirely too many people who, not having the strength to carry a statue themselves, will just break it into its constituent parts and ruin it.
Oh,
Oh gosh,
gods,
no.
no.
Yes, as I said, I'm glad you didn't try.
Though, okay, Inah still also has the statue rubbings, correct, that you took from the...
Yeah, Ina regularly took
Yep.
loads of rubbings because she thinks that they're really, really neat.
Yeah.
We, our resident archaeology enthusiast,
Cough,
took some...
dragon weeb.
No,
No.
that enjoys all things of the Draconic Empire or persuasion in general. Took some rubbings from the pedestal that had a very interesting... okay, that was the one that shifted so we could read it properly, right?
I don't remember that
I
being the
also
case.
don't
Or
remember
was it
that.
just in Draconic?
I think it was just in Draconic.
Took some rubbing of the Draconic inscripts all and general motifs around the base. That was very well preserved.
Her flame tail will do a wiggle. May I see them?
Well, she is currently not here. She is at a rather important meeting with the Great Lady Sumer.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We'd be happy to come back. We'll be coming back anyway with some extra objects for Mr. Bozeman. I'm sure we could
That would
bring
be
them
delightful.
oh, and then this bowl we found there as well.
Yeah, she will as Bozeman did put on some gloves and grabby hands for it.
Yeah, that's wrapped up and everything because it was an ivory offering bowl with celestial runes on it. That we found down there.
I've been using that to get cookies off of Grandma. Well, sorry, stepmom.
I think this is a different offering bowl.
Oh, is that a
that
different
was
one?
the
Oh, yes,
that was the bowl we found.
Yes,
in the
the other one was the
first place.
divination bowl.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, have you had those runes translated yet?
None of us
Man.
know celestial.
I don't think so.
Yes, we do. We have a celestial speaker amongst us. B.
Oh, we do?
I am a celestial
Okay.
speaker, but not a celestial
One of us is
reader.
also a celestial reader amongst the group. Was it Kiri?
Are we? Do we?
Kieran sure
Are
doesn't.
we?
Hallie? I feel like someone writes celestial.
Can I be surprised if we have celestial
Yes,
writing?
that would be Roz.
Oh,
Roz.
Oh,
Oh, Ross. Then. What the fuck would have been on this bowl then?
Yeah.
It's just
And I
been
said, like, we have
the whole
between
time.
us, we have like a real like polyglot's worth. Except it's always hilariously awkward because of the way we've got a spread of illiteracy.
Yeah, it's like somebody can fucking read but not speak it, but somebody fucking can't speak it but not read it. It's like, god damn.
listen, I only have so many language points to start out with.
Yep.
Yeah, this is a hilarity. I had one of my sisters. She is actually a polyglot. Like, annoyingly, really good at languages. Yes,
convenient.
that is envy.
Yeah, Mira will take the bowl and look it over. Runes don't seem to say anything in particular. That's unfortunate. These sorts of things sometimes have inscriptions, but these are entirely decorative. A shame. Still, as said, I would love to see the actual carvings. Those almost certainly will have something to say. To hear the past talking to us, it's always an incredible feeling to be one of the first to experience that. Oh, I'm so jealous. Tell me, have you arranged for a proper archaeological expedition to the ruins you discovered?
Not to these ones.
No. Yeah, we have, as Bay said, we have not been to these, but we did uncover, what was it, a Galen estate where Lady of the Lake was laid to rest.
That would be Levin the Bard, right?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not a field expert, but if I were you, I would get someone on both of those locations as soon as you can. The longer
We
they're
have
exposed
arranged,
to air, the more damage will be done to the artifacts inside. Unless, of course, you've sealed them back up.
yeah, we brought what hasn't been worn down from, and it isn't, like solid stone coffers and there, but there is an archaeological expedition set for that from Rose Tower. I remember we had dealings with.
Yes.
Oh, that must be Master Rollo.
Yes,
Good. I was, in fact, going to recommend him.
but the other temple, it
I think
has a
he
bit
had.
of a. No, we weren't gonna do that because there was a lot of fucking drakes down there still, and they
Oh,
still
yeah.
fucking hurts. Yeah, we managed to temporarily subdue the large drake amount of drakes that they inhabit the site there, so it's quite a perilous journey.
Unfortunate, but that is how many such sites are found these days. Ones that haven't been discovered already are almost always the homes of monsters.
Yeah, it quite was.
I do sincerely hope you find someone who can tackle that, as
Oh,
it will be a truly incredible add to the collective understanding of our past.
that would be interesting, yes. We did subdue a major entity there. What was that? That an iron worm? Bay?
Yeah, but I don't think he was in charge or anything. More of just a
Yeah, but he was
thing
still
there.
a part of that temple area. He was in that
Yeah,
temple area.
I think he was stuck in there.
That would make sense. We don't quite understand why, but draconic creatures such as worms, drakes, wyverns, kobolds, they seem inexorably attracted to sites belonging to the old Dragon Empire, almost like an instinctual behavior.
Hmm.
It's in fact one of the best ways to locate such ruins. Just look for large populations of draconic creatures.
Yeah, that explains what's the top part was just known as the Kobold Caves. Cause, oh boy, was that a lot of kobolds.
And that suggests there's probably quite a large section of ruins somewhere under there.
Yeah, that's where we found it. So,
You just mentioned a temple, though.
yeah,
There's
it
likely
was,
considerably more if it attracted that level of occupation.
well, we do have the location and everything, but giving it out without a proper, well-armed and combat-ready escort it would be detrimental to anyone.
Yes, of course, I'd hate to see some of my colleagues hurt in the quest for knowledge. Not that that stops many of them.
Yeah, and what was it? The very summit of it was packed with wires.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, yes, that would do it.
Yeah, so
Well, I've
even in
heard
our
of...
glorious adventuring, even with our glorious adventuring prowess, like, yeah, no.
Well, I've heard of a proper wyvern slayer working in the mountains. Valia the
Uh,
Orchid.
yeah, we know
Yeah,
her.
we worked with her a little bit.
Ah, then I'm sure she will clear the place out in no time if you tell her about it.
Pretty sure we did.
At the very least, she was.
And now she's dating our historian.
Other characters, like, did we actually tell her?
Out of character,
Yes.
yes,
Yes,
but
yes.
I think she was working on the kobold problem first.
Yeah, she met it on the way there. She met the kobold problem on the way there.
Well, those kobolds, but she figures
Yeah.
there's more of them in a different
Yeah.
location.
Yeah, I think she's actually quite readily busy with dealing with part of said kobold horde and wild problems past the mountains themselves.
Unfortunate. It's a shame that dragon isn't around anymore. They usually drive off wyverns that share their terrain.
You mean the big dragon that the smoke bombed New Kadar?
No. There used to be a dragon, nesting up near Nevrak around the turn of the century. But no one's seen him or her for quite some time. That dragon's absence is probably why the wyvern population has been slowly encroaching.
Oh, do
There's
tell us about this dragon.
It was a red-scaled one, I believe. It reared itself up in the mountains around Nevrak Hold. It, as far as I know, never gave any intelligent folk problems, but was quite isolationist. Occasionally dealt with the Nevrak dwarves, but I'm not familiar with the details, only that it's been missing for some time.
That's ponders. Like, actually starts thinking. That's ah. When around when did you say that's been missing?
Around the turn of the century. You'd have to ask someone
Okay,
from Nevrak for the exact specifics.
okay. Other character. What fucking year is it now?
1420.
14 to 20 years since 00. Okay. Wait. So there was a dragon up there that we didn't know about for group 2, group 4?
Yeah. It was a nice dragon. To be fair,
Oh,
you
that's
literally at one point were just walking along the road and found a different dragon. It's not like they aren't around.
Hmm.
well, we found a dragon there, and then that became a whole escapade out on an island.
Yeah.
And then it became a lot of cloaca and a lot of
Yeah, and then
emotional
it
stuff.
unearthed
But
Zuth over and over, as you do.
yeah, so, but that dragon was less, socially kind inclined like that. Actually, she was a little bit of a bitch.
A bit, yes.
So the fact that it was a dragon, I was like, no, I'm just want to be left alone, just chilling up here, not really social. Just vibing in my hammock here, bro. Just
Yeah, this was a
go do your business.
well-moisturized dragon, apparently.
It's fucking nice. It's cool as fuck.
Just in its lane.
Oh, that's some info we can cobble together for something. That's actually quite interesting.
I'm sure the people of Nevrak, or at least its lords, would love to know what happened to her if you are indeed the adventuring sort and happen to go looking for old dragon caves. Red dragons
Well,
usually nest in high mountains, so the terrains would have been perfect for her. Or him, I suppose.
for them,
She shrugs.
it's usually just easy though if you don't know. Well, right now we don't exactly have anything going towards that area, but I will note this down, get out and just scribble that in for in case we do, so I can cooperate with any other of our companions delving into whatever we can do around here. Try to do as much good as we can.
Well, then I wish you luck.
And you're saying that this is the actual only passage that's been said about Lucent?
In my 200 years of scholarship, yes, this is the only actual mention of Lucent that I've ever seen. And even then, it's only a small paragraph about her.
Though the fact that it's prophesied and the draconic imperial or was the royal family of there was taking an interest that there's so little.
Indeed. My personal hypothesis on the matter is that Lucent hasn't actually been born yet. Or at least wasn't born by the time the Dragon Empire collapsed.
Wow.
Unfortunately,
When?
precious little remains of their literature and history, but if she had existed, it seems likely she would appear in more cultures' works. There aren't any
Well,
gods that surface only a single race. Even Agaresh has followers of all species.
Maybe we'll get to see her then.
or maybe she's already here and just been vibing somewhere.
Who knows?
Yeah, that's a good. Although 200 years, then have you not petitioned to have a chat with Senatrea?
People don't just petition to talk to the gods. And sometimes a devout worshipper may gain an audience, but Senatrea, even amongst all the other deities, is particularly reclusive.
Really?
Is
Yes,
she?
indeed. Very few people get to talk to that goddess, even amongst her own followers.
Just Benny and Sana just looks at each other. It's like,
Anytime she's reminded of this, Inah feels very, very special.
wow, that is very interesting.
Is it? I thought that was common knowledge.
I mean, I guess it's kind of.
Well, Equality.
I don't know. I don't have the most unbiased perspective, I guess.
And I can't really say anything, most because by association, well, like lineal, what's the word again? Yeah, by association by friends. Can't be a judge of that.
Yeah.
I don't care, mostly because fucking Frida is 24/7 welcome to the goddamn holy city there. Like she gets fucking VIP. She gets fucking VIP elevator all the way up there as well.
B knows all these famous people, so it's like she has no frame of reference for people. Don't just like talk to the gods and have them respond.
I do. It's fucking weird that they do. It's fucking weird that Inah has this.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
fucking
the
weird
gods
that
don't
we
just.
do.
Yeah, it's like the gods don't talk to like the worship direct. Like literally just got the fucking message from the god from her goddess inscribed on the fucking altar. It's like, yeah, like it's hard. Can't really say anything.
Except Nefri. Nefri likes to talk to us directly.
Yeah,
That's because she's a
that
new god.
too. That too. There's that as well. Like we can fucking summon a god or an aspect of a
Some
god and just
aspect of her.
chill. We fucking drank and ate with her at a bar. Yeah, it's like the life of an adventure is like, eh,
Yeah, you are so far removed from the existence of normal people, you can barely associate with them.
what is this divine isolation you speak of?
I literally have 3 gods on speed dial. What do you mean, peasant?
Is this something I'm too divine for to understand?
I'm sorry, is this a problem? I have too many class levels, understand?
Listen, in all her like 23 years of life, within these past few months, Aska has had more interaction with gods in that entire other time.
Then this salamander has had over 200 fucking years.
B was born from godly influence, so she knows all. Like she thinks it's just a and now she's like gotten to her first adventuring party, and one of them is daughter adjacent to a goddess. We're talking with a goddess, and one of them, several of them are like descended from those who either directly have relationships with or had interactions with gods. She thinks it's just a regular thing. It must be just a regular thing.
I'm so glad I have the normalist background here.
Indeed, if we like she's directly to go, like poor skulls are directly to crash, and Zana is fucking Frida, who helped get Seven Treya back. That was the reason fucking Mary's alive is because Frida was too fucking humble. So Mary still had her backup soul there.
Yeah, that would have been not great if
Look,
Not if you had the
I'm
songs.
glad that the magic god dragon that I put there specifically to murder all of you ended up being your friend. That's what D&D is all about in the end.
Turns and slides all over the place until you get friends.
Yeah. Just take all the
therapy.
horrible things that are probably going to kill you and make them your new best friend.
that's the spirit.
Exhibit A, Lord fucking Winter.
Yeah, exactly. Kooky Uncle August. You too can have a genocidal maniac sitting in your back pocket whenever you want.
Sitting there on that fucking rocking chair, pulsing his fucking mithril shotgun. Oh man, that's that. Well, yeah. Well, thank you for Mira. Thank you so much for your time, and we shall go have a discussion with our companions and see where we go from there. More than likely, we shall return with some fine Dragon Empire rubbings for you.
Well, thank you very much, and I do look forward to seeing whatever scholarship ends up published based on your findings. You have done the world of history a service, whether you intended to or not.
I'm glad.
And I just give her like a what would be a Kinaran, like sign there?
She will give you a hug.
Yeah, the Kanaran symbol of
Okay.
worship is to hug.
May you have a great time and great friends await you.
Yeah, you guys can now leave the market. Unless there's anything else you want to do at the museum.
And no, we got through. I think we got through every thing in the loot because the other thing is goblinoid loot.
Yeah, you can just sell that wherever.
Yeah.
It's kind of trash, but you know.
No, it's just.
Yeah, we already saw off most of the goblinoid loot. I just didn't know how to
Yeah.
sell off the copper rot scepters, like if they're like core staffs or whatnot.
There was that petrified illusion rosewood idol. Yeah, it was the idol. Rosewood idol of the sun god of storm god, the Lucerne that is worth actually a lot of fucking money. Holy shit. Oh,
It's an extremely nice statue.
yeah, it's 25 GP worth of dodge, but I think we. Wait, who's the talker of the group, actually? The best persuader?
Probably B.
Probably B, yeah.
Yeah, I would
You got a
imagine.
4?
Okay, so it's B or Kieran, basically.
I was just wondering what the fuck that was there. So I just started like slurping, like, yeah, that's B. It's like,
Well, it's
What?
just me exhaling through my lips, blowing a raspberry.
oh, okay. It sounded like you were like licking your lips, slurping. I'm like, what the hell was that?
Oh yeah, speaking of Kieran and Ross, for the benefit of the stream, we have art of them now. They're
Yay!
so cute.
Hooray! Is it showable for the streamer?
Yes,
Yes, there is
it
like
is in
both
fact on
versions.
stream right now.
Yay.
The
Delightful.
talls.
Yes, the talls and in Warhouse's case is the wides.
And as a notion for people to understand, Talanora is way wider than Ross is.
Yeah, Roz is like 60% as
Mhm.
wide as Tally. She's so big.
Lie.
She
Well, that's
wide.
why.
Holy
Wide
shit.
elf.
That's why I thought.
She would make a fantastic sumo wrestler because she's so fucking bottom heavy. There's nothing that can tip her over.
That weeble wobbles, but it don't fall down.
Indeed. No, but I would. We did mention we're gonna have a meeting up at the market with some of the people, so I'm gonna take Bay on a little, gastronomic experience. So some of the things that apparently were well recommended by her parents, and now that she's an adult, see what devastating effect that caused.
Yeah, you guys can enjoy a afternoon on all the delicious delights of the market.
Nom.
Indeed, it's bad. I especially like the sausage in a bun from my poor kid. I don't know what happened to him. If he just opened up a goddamn shop.
Sausage in a
Some
bun.
has, yeah, it's like apparently her dad really liked it. So I don't know what happened to the kid who sold it. If he got enough
I think-
customers to.
I still
Sausage in a Bun is a chain restaurant now.
Yes.
Do I still have it? I still have it. Ugh.
Huh? Ah, yeah, the gift there. Oh, yeah, that thing. That looks so fucking good. Look at that. That's a proper meal right there. Oh, with
Kieran's
some cheese
fancy
on top,
outfit,
some
too.
relish. Yeah, that's a proper ass goddamn sausage in a bun.
Yum, yum, yum.
That makes me hungry there. Also, some Hasiran dishes. I don't know what type of culture Hasiran is, so Mr. DM, could you explain what the Hasiran dishes looks like?
Oh,
It is like North African food, basically.
Well, that's a very, very wide staple.
Yeah, and Tassira is a fucking massive place. Like, let me
it's a
just
big
pop back to the world map for a second. I don't want to, trivialize the diversity of, African dishes, but also Hasira is the size of Africa.
Makes sense.
Well, what we can see on this tiny map, yes.
So yeah, like Hasiran food is all flavors of North African food, more or less.
That's very nice. That's actually properly spiced and everything. That's good to know. Yeah, so I take pay out for some delicious food and just pay everything up. How much would that run me?
Depends on how much you want to pay, really. A full day's food is like a silver. But of course, you are
No, again,
you are totally free to just splurge and gorge yourselves.
yeah, like given we've been living on
Adventure
we
rations
travel
for a
some
bit.
ration.
Actually, no, you have
Yeah,
Roz with you.
so
She's an excellent cook. She keeps you guys pretty well fed.
well, she's keep up with like at least non-ration food. It's pretty good food, not gonna lie, but when in Rome,
We should buy Roz some master crafted cookware
Look, don't spoil my birthday present for her.
and a bunch of ingredients.
that's a perfect place to do it there. I will splurge 10 silver on delicious quality food for Bay and I for the day.
Holy shit.
Yeah, you're
Nom,
gonna get
fucking
fed,
nom.
girl. Bay can actually eat without, having to hold back.
You can achieve fullness.
Yeah.
Become as rotund as possible.
You don't just achieve
but
fullness,
that's
you achieve roundness.
actually satedness.
Round of
Yeah.
body, round of heart.
Yeah.
Aw.
Smooth of brain.
We're not, say no feederism content.
Yeah. No, she just becomes sated because that's the one
Oh.
thing having somebody cook for you. But if you have a big appetite, you have to, and it's communal, you have to hold yourself back. Otherwise, you eat way more than you have, and everyone else gets lesser for it. So now she can just go ham and enjoy.
Yeah. Oh, B does also want to check with the Hans Bagren guy at some point while we're here. It doesn't necessarily
the-
have to be
He
today,
is in
but
Port or Render, I believe.
oh yeah.
Yeah,
It is a different city.
that's
Oh.
way down as well. If I remember correctly.
Oh. Later then.
Yeah, yeah. The distance to here to Port Orange is like from here to like Giant's Graveyard. It's actually a fair bit.
Wrong way.
Yeah, no, I say equal distance.
Oh, then yeah. Well, also, no, not really.
Okay.
It's
Yeah,
120
like
miles that way versus 200.
Oh, so it's like to New Kadara. Yeah, just about. Yeah. So New Kadar, Port Orient, yeah. Equal distance.
Yeah. A little shorter, but about fair.
Okay, so it's only 72, so
Yeah, equal distance.
it's a fair bit of travel in the opposite direction of where most of our shit is going.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. No rush.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. If it's not in a hurry, that's oh, that's very interesting.
So,
That's
is there anything else folk want to do while you're on downtime here in town?
How many days are we waiting?
That's a good question. And basically, that ball is in Aska's court.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically.
Yep.
I was waiting for us to all get back together, and I thought we were basically going to leave pretty much like within a day or two.
I'd be okay with that.
the next day is gonna be the whole what's it called?
Yeah, even if you wanted to
chariot.
leave the next day, you probably can't, it turns out.
Yeah, the chariot riots.
Yeah, so I guess 2 or 3 days since the chariot riots.
Yeah, so we got one day, meet up, gather together the second day, and head out the third day. Essentially.
Sounds good.
You said something, Gardy?
B would like to meet up with the with Cass's party, just to hear about how their adventure went.
Sure. That is easily done. You will, of course, find them in the midst of more drinking and brawling when you eventually get yourselves down to the blowhole. Let's see.
Yes, they do.
Do you have ye olden map there?
I don't, but I can throw one together pretty quick if you want to give me a minute.
Yeah, sure. It's the time to get something to drink. I am parched.
Yeah, I will need to get another drink myself pretty quick. Oh, that's cute. I think I've used this one before, and it's perfect for, yeah.
Yeah, since we're all back up. Crazy about those riots, huh?
It's wild. They really like their sports here.
What riots?
Did you miss the riots?
Did
I
you not?
got a front row seat to that. I was up in a booth box. I also lost
Oh.
100 silver.
I've been here the whole
Aw.
time.
What happened
The
to
whole
start them
time.
off?
What?
You never
Oh,
left?
I made great friends with a lady here at the tower.
Oh, okay, neat.
Good.
Oh, it was fantastic. We had a drink. We had drinks, and she told me all kinds of stories. She's a bard. Apparently, she's Auntie Kasira's like ears and eyes in the city.
That's a pretty cool job.
Very fancy.
So you really didn't step outside and hear all the riots going on in the town?
No,
I had a lovely time with Sammy, which was nice. But
Well-
I'm just down horrendous because her mom was around, so we couldn't fool about. But you know, we'll live.
oh,
Oh, we did make a stop by Garamaz and found out the exact location of the forge, apparently.
oh wow, that's
He
convenient.
what? He knew it?
Just straight up knew the location of the forge.
Apparently,
He just
yeah.
told you?
Yeah, he
Well,
did. We gave him a referral from the priestess, and he pulled out a map and just pointed. Yep, forge is right there.
Wow.
I'm
What?
still
Holy
kind of in
shit.
shock.
That is
Minor.
incredible.
Minor problem though.
Yeah.
Beneath the lake.
That's not a super big problem. There are plenty of ways to breathe
Yeah.
underwater.
No,
I mean, we
not
found
in the
out-
lake, beneath the lake.
Oh,
Maybe.
I mean, yeah, we
potentially.
found out the last thing that we had was buried beneath the earth. I guess we can't like really go in through the top
Ooh.
like last time, but I'm sure.
I bet we could if you get a really big diving bell and then drop it over where you want to make an entrance. You just have to find where that entrance might be.
Well,
Wouldn't
we
that flood
had
the
a
place, though?
No, if you've got a diving bell on top, when you punch through the ground beneath,
Yeah,
then the
we
diving
just,
bell will
like,
get slumped onto the top
cap
of
it
it.
off.
Yeah.
Well, we had a slightly other idea for it. Tally, we may be asking your family for a favor to get there.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah, they'd be
Yeah.
super good at it.
Yeah, there's the tunnel between their hold and the other town up that way,
The deep road.
right? Well, we might find a way to branch off it to get underneath the lake up there.
Oh, if we're going to go that way, we should absolutely stop at the hot springs.
I've never been to a hot springs.
Then you're
Sure,
missing out.
sounds like a good time.
I've heard they're great for back pains.
Which I imagine you guys get a lot, what with the huge beefers.
Sometimes, yes.
Hmm.
Do you think maybe that Garamis guy would know about the teleporty circles we keep running into? The weird ones?
Seems like he knows just about everything.
How
Good.
mysterious.
Scary is the man who knows everything.
But I think we'd want to do a little bit more investigating of them first before just asking about a random teleportation circle.
Maybe.
Oh, Savin. Did I hear any particularly interesting stories from Sonata?
Yeah, probably. She definitely would tell you the story of how Hashat and Co. Saved her from a bunch of horrible fish monsters. She can give you the first-person account of that from her perspective.
Was that the Halloween event?
Yeah, she was in fact the girl that you guys rescued.
Oh,
going to be
delightful.
sacrificed.
Undelightful circumstance, but glad that she is doing real good.
Okay. Yeah.
Welcome back.
Okay.
I assume you guys are all going to kind of pop down to the blowhole together.
Yeah, it seems
Sure.
Yeah. So, and
Happy to do that.
before, given that before we, the guys were talking about the tunnel when I shit derped out, mentioned the fact that there was a chilling dragon somewhere in the Nevrak Mountains there.
Ooh, I'm totally down to meet
dragon?
more
Yeah.
dragon friends.
Dragons
but it's
are
got-
always interesting and are great for stories.
See,
Yep.
the Nevrak, the Lords of Nevrak had apparently interactions with it, and it's been missing. But so we need, if we're interested, we have to talk with them over there, and that happens to be in the general area.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Nevrak's near where I live. History. Tally. I'm surprised, Tally. You don't know anything about a dragon. That sounds like something you would absolutely fixate on.
Sounds adventure.
No, that's something that fucking Naya would. Sorry, not Naya.
I know.
What's your name again? Inah would.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a trained historian for this area, but it is about a dragon, so yes, you're correct. I do know about them.
Oh,
Welcome
I
back.
also met and talked
Oh,
with
you missed my incredibly smooth delivery for that history.
Don't know if
So what
it's-
was the check
but
for
there-
anyway?
No, we were
talking
just
about
talking about the dragon in
Mr. Dragon.
Nevrak.
Yeah.
At which point Taeleer was like, "Ooh, a dragon! They all have very interesting stories, and I love it." And then history, I don't. I'm like, oh, well, I wouldn't know anything about this area, but and then I click, I know a lot about dragons.
Well, Tally would have. Actually, no. The dragon was gone before or around the time she was born, so no, probably not advantage actually. All right, Inah, ask me a question about the dragon.
Where did it go?
Nobody knows.
That's unfortunate.
Good question.
Hey, I
Could've
mean,
gone
if
with-
if there were an answer for it, then that would have been real useful.
Hmm.
Yeah. So what's its name? We can get that later on.
Was that my question just used up there?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. I can't ask for its name.
Oh, I also met and talked with Severina's mother for a period of time at the temple. Turns out Ellie is not a Morganite, by the way.
Oh, weird. I mean, she had the Sheik going, but what other gothy warlocks are out there? Or was she just always goth?
No, she is not always goth.
Well,
Always
there
ask
are
her when
others
we
that
show up.
like that. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, let's have a look.
Uh,
That was just meant to be a check. Ignore that being a save.
But we also did find out, provided it's still around when we come back, there is a reliquarist looking to go up into the mountains into Morganite battleground and regain relics.
Ooh,
go into the mountains. Which mountains?
The same mountains we just came from.
Into the river-infested mountains.
The general, I mean, yes, technically, but I don't know exactly where. The mountain range is quite huge, after all.
Yes, I know. That's like going to the mountain that we came from. It's very non-specific.
I don't have a specific answer,
Yeah. Like,
but
is she planning to like explore the entire mountain range, go past it?
no, she knows the general area where it's at. It's about 100 miles in. But as I was saying, provided it's still here when we come back, I figure we should take her up on it, and in return we get information on a Kandarn temple in the area as well.
yeah. We met with met with a Mr. Bozeman and a
Sorry,
I
I
forgot the other
made
lady's
her
name.
something because I'm
Mira.
shit with names. Mira.
Mira. Yeah.
Like my bulk daughter.
Yeah, that doesn't help me a thing. I'm so shit with names.
It's just a me statement out loud.
And they were both looking for more. If we could find more, if we find any relics that aren't relevant to the Raven, to the Morgan, I'm sure they'd be interested as well.
Indeed, and they were both interested in those charcoal rubbings for actual historical and scientific reasons.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, I can
Yeah.
pop around and give that to them.
Yeah, the
Cool.
Mira was very like makes the tail wiggly motion kind of interested.
Sweet. Okay, yeah, I'll give them a nudge. Also, I imagine Sammy probably came along just to chill. Ina's got her
Sure.
hands doing a heckin' wiggle.
Sammy is happy to spend as much time with you as is possible.
So here's the real question. How beat up is Cass's party? Do they participate in the riots?
Yeah, absolutely. Erdo is like covered in bruises and has a pack of frozen peas clenched to his head, but the rest of them seem in good form. And also, there's one more of them now. They seem to have
Yeah, I know
spawned a
it's
new
Kelly.
party member.
Oh, hi, nice to meet you.
B
As you
immediately
all
goes for a big hug with Kessa.
wander in.
And a Kessa.
Talanora will get in line for a hug with Kassa.
Yeah, Cass will hop up and just dispense squeezy hugs. The new member of the party behind them appears to be a horse girl. She has very dark hair, little horsey ears poking out, hooves, horsetail.
Us.
Is quietly nursing a mug and will give you all a tiny up nod.
How did you guys' adventure go? Who's this new person?
That went great. And Raylan will stand up and clap the nearest of you on the back. I managed to find that dwarf's missing caravan and get it back in good shape. Oh, and we made a new friend. This is Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Pleasure to meet you.
Horse girl does a little finger wave. She doesn't talk much.
Oh.
This tiny mousy thing for being horse. But is strong, cannot deny.
I'd be a mouse and a horse.
Kelly glowers. Raylan will slip around the Tanuki, give Zana a big hug. How are you doing, Zane?
I'm doing great, Ryan. Doing great, Ray. Did you get the notion message?
Yeah. I'm glad that everyone's all right. But
Yeah.
I never doubted it. The sister's a strong girl. And
Indeed.
hey, now there's a whole new generation of family, right?
Indeed. Two healthy twins there.
Maybe Mom will lay off me now. The entire rest of his party, sans Kelly, will all say, no chance, together. He sighs and slumps down. Kelly
Yes,
will give him a
one.
single shoulder pat.
Don't worry. One day, but not now. I did manage to get that point across at least.
Yeah, well, we'll see if she actually listens, but I kinda doubt it. Hassa will lean across. So why are you so afraid of having kids anyway? I'm not afraid, I just don't want to end up on a breeding schedule. Come on, that's weird.
Oh, no, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's
a little bit
not. We
weird.
have one of those at home.
Telling your just
That's
rubs her forehead.
different. That's who gets mom's dick in what order, not what they're talking about.
It is kind
I
of
mean, you
weird.
haven't seen the expanded one. That's
The
the one that
expanded
has.
edition.
That's the one that has all the extra little hearts on it.
The expanded
fucking
edition is just
Ray-
what happens whenever one of the other moms comes out without a shirt on.
Raylan just saying it just rubs their foreheads like oh god, I've heard this shit before. Yes, that's not normal, but it's a thing. Just don't worry about it. It's also having kids is quite a responsibility.
Oh, is it? Would you tell my dad that? Maybe he will come home from buying milk sometime.
Aww.
Ooh, oh.
Well, do you happen to have his name or anything like that?
I do, actually. I'm wearing it right now. He was also Erdo.
Oh, well. Clearly he needs to live up to it a little bit.
Hedrah Senior.
In his case, less erdo, more like ergo.
Aww.
Oh.
Oh,
Everybody else rolls their eyes.
It's okay, big guy. Just laugh through the pain.
Yeah, the Tanuki will just reach over and squeeze a thigh. Barbarian chugs back a drink. So, what big monsters have you been slaying?
Oh, well, there was a super drake with a magical sword stuck in its back, which Tally's now acquired.
yeah.
Yeah.
A big lava
And an
lizard.
entire mountain fortress of kobolds. We killed off 20 to 30 of them and sent the rest packing.
And we fought a
And the
star
ogre.
monster.
Yeah,
got a
and
magic
star
sword?
monster.
Yeah.
I have a magic
Yeah.
sword.
Your sister, grabby
And
hands.
and a cave ogre.
Yeah.
Talanora will show off the sword.
Ooh.
Then we made friends with a thunder horsey.
Yeah.
He's my mount now.
Kelly will flick her ears at that. We'll hear a soft voice whisper, "A thunder horse?"
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
He
Imric?
is Imric, and he's a young thunder stallion, sort of like a. Imagine if a nightmare were fire themed instead, but also like a horny teenager.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure he has lots of babies all across the country.
Why?
Because we can.
Cause
because it's
yeah.
a
everybody
magical.
can. There can be more thunder horses.
Magic, because magic steeds are cool.
I didn't realize
That
we're
is
actually
also
starting
true.
a breeding program for that.
Kelly will take
Yeah,
this in
Miss-
stride and just kind of nod.
Miss Sumaya gave me the contact info for a very reputable horse
Yeah, she
breeder
mentioned that.
in where did I get? Port Orender. I figure we can go and see him.
Port Orender, huh? Well, you ever been there before?
Mm-mm.
Now you're in for a
I
treat.
certainly haven't.
Right, hive of scum and villainy.
That sounds like a party place to me. I hear that a lot about my homeland, but, I love it.
Yeah, you're an airlander, right? You'll fit
Yep,
right
yep.
in. Amazons and centaurs as far as the eye can see down there.
Oh, mate.
Probably won't be able to make it for a little while, but I hope we can eventually.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about that, babe. We'll get there. We just have some things to do. Sadly, goes in the opposite direction.
You are choosing to do things instead of watching horses fuck? Well,
Trust me when I say
Oh.
we've seen enough of that, thanks.
Yeah, we've done that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to force it on the rest of them any more than I already have.
I see. You are magnanimous with spreading your fetishes.
My family did a bit of horse breeding, so I don't mind it as much.
Your family did horse breeding?
Yeah, but just for the town, not like nothing people would have heard anything about.
That is interesting. Kelly will shirk back into her drink again.
Glad you think so.
Imagine her in a room with Severina. No one would say a fucking thing until just time itself ceased to be.
Honestly, they would probably be the actual best friends.
Yeah, no one would say anything. They'd both leave at the end of the day, and they'd be absolutely elated.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
the best time.
Exactly.
It's like Ron Swanson said there. I've been
Yeah.
working with this guy for 15 years. Don't know his name. Never talks to guy. Best friend I ever had.
Yep.
Ron Swanson in the jam.
He is.
So you're from Merburg, right there in Kelly?
Sure.
Why are you on the road? Why? How did you group up with these weirdos?
Ran a little pat her shoulder. We pulled her out of a sticky situation, and she decided to come along with us. Didn't really have much else going on.
Oh, well, that's nice. That's good of you for saving her. That was nice of you.
Yep. Good job.
Oh,
Okay.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Given what I've been through, I would have a clarification of sticky situation.
Do you actually need to have a clarification of that, or you really don't actually? It's just
I'm sorry,
a
do
sticky
you want to
situation.
talk about Taeleer? Were you there with standing there? No? Everything was a sticky situation.
Do you mean if we saved her from getting bred like a horse? No.
Okay, danger. Thank you.
That's good.
Yeah, there was a lot of danger and monsters and a terrible spirit. It was amazing.
Sounds
Oh,
like a party.
It was. And hey, I even found this. Casa will swing off of her belt her own new magic weapon. It is
Hey.
a mace with a big head shaped like a raven.
Whoa!
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Fancy.
gives a small applause, like like when you applaud something rather nice, like a soft air.
Yeah.
Very
That's so
nice.
cool.
She gives it a whirl through the air. This thing's an undead killing machine.
I bet it is.
Whoa!
Oh man, that would be useful.
That seems like it would be useful.
Oh, I just had a
So-
realization. Savin, they were about 100 miles in the mountains, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
That looks like what's it
Did
called?
they already
Morgan.
go to
Yeah.
They
the
already raided the
ladies
shit out of
thing?
that.
Yeah, they probably did.
That looks like what's it called? The Morganite.
Yeah, that's right.
Emblem?
I threw an identification on this one. It was used by
Oh.
one of the Ravens Queen's paladins way back in the fall of winter.
Oh,
Just cleaved whole
Wow.
arcs through big hordes of zombies.
Whoa.
Whoa!
Sweet.
that gives another small clap. That's actually quite impressive.
Oh, you should have seen the way we found it. It was buried, like, head first directly in the stone. Like the bird had just shot down and slammed into it. Apparently,
Whoa!
at least it looks like, whoever was wielding it just got finally knocked off this big old bridge that was above it. One
Oh,
last flight
how
for the Raven.
dramatic.
Splat!
Oh, that's
Damn.
sad.
Well, last flight of the Raven. What's it called? Savarina, can we get some stats on that? Because I'm like super interested.
You do not have, you have not cast Identified on this weapon, so no, you cannot.
I can, but it would take a bit. Take 10 minutes.
That would also imply she would let you. It's not yours.
If you found anything else
Aw.
there, the Morgan, you should take it to the temple. They might pay a hefty price for it.
Cass blows. No way. They'll probably try and strong arm me into giving it over. This thing is my mace now.
No, I'm not I didn't say to give her the mace. I said if you found anything else there at the Morgan.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, everything we found was super useful. We found this, we found Kelly, we found a bunch of armor. I'm glad you think I'm useful, at least.
She's so precious.
Oh, you're great,
Yay.
Kelly. Everyone loves you. Cass will throw an arm around her and give her head rubs. Kelly does a tiny whinny.
Oh,
I've only known you for like
Everyone
5
loved
minutes,
that.
and I think you're super cool.
She blushes and tries to hide her face behind her mug.
But yeah, so
Look,
if
rubbing
you
the
have
head until
any,
they whinny is very precious.
if you have anything else of say historical value or just
Yeah,
cool
like I said,
souvenirs,
everything we have, we're gonna use.
what kind of armor did you find?
That's a good question. Let me go and look. Because I believe, let's see, not Casa.
I know we're looking for some armor, but we don't know where it is specific.
oh shit, that
The
was supposed
Kanara,
to ask.
that Kanaran thing.
That was supposed to ask Garamas.
Hmm?
That was the thing supposed to come by one of the things to ask about the Kanaran armor.
Oh yeah, the
I'm
scales.
thinking of. Yeah, I'm saying that because I don't fucking remember her name.
The Paladin lady.
Yes, I know she's a paladin late. I still can't fucking remember her name.
Let's see here. That's right. We don't have the handout for it, do we? Oh, here it is. Jennifer Springbrook. That's who you're looking for.
Yeah, just remember. Though I haven't the foggiest where this duder is.
Let's see if Raylan's heard anything. Not exactly his specialty. No, unfortunately. Maybe Cass? She also has history trained. No.
No.
The
No.
other party converse amongst themselves for a moment before shaking their head. No, sorry, haven't heard anything about a Jennifer Springbrook. But I'll let you know if we do.
Yeah,
That'd be appreciated.
I'm gonna have to go over there to this chronicler. That's one of the things I was planning to do. Gee, what the fucking name is that?
That's Kelly.
Incomprehensible Welsh gibberish. Kelly looks like she's
Bang.
about to say something, then just retreats into herself.
Yeah, it's sort of like a religious quest that I'm on there. Also because I'm trying to sort of honor the Kanara's first and oldest supporter, the Dryad that is guarding Holy Sword of the Kanaran Faith.
Tanuki will quirk his head. A holy quest, you say?
Wait, isn't that Kieran in Welsh?
I don't think so. I mean, it might
Well,
be.
the Y is a U, is an sound, and the E is an eh. I think the L might literally be silent. I think that might be Kieran.
That would be pretty funny if it was. If so, it is unintentional. It is
Incomprehensible Welsh.
it is just
gibberish.
incomprehensible Welsh gibberish.
Goddamn Welsh.
Yeah, but you're still Mr. Keiki Kaku
Keiki kaku.
naming convention.
Keikaku.
All according to Cake.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, it's Kirsten.
Kirsten. Yeah, okay.
That's what that
Yeah,
says.
yes, that's Kirsten.
There's no T in there at all, though.
Dude,
Y followed by a W is a T. I don't know what you want from me. I'm not Welsh.
Fucking Welsh.
Fucking Welsh.
It can also be pronounced as Kelton.
That's even.
That's worse.
Actually, that's.
Kelton's a very
Celt?
I think Kelton is probably how her name's actually supposed to be pronounced. In her case.
Fucking Welsh.
Hence, again, Kelly.
yeah. It's like if you actually try and look up that exact spelling of the name, you don't get a pronunciation because Google doesn't know how Welsh works. Like the Welsh language is a dying language for sure.
Well, nobody knows how
Well,
Welsh works, Scal. That's the point.
My stepfamily is Welsh, so I got a vague. Like here's the most typical one.
All right, how do you say that?
Cymru.
Okay, that one makes sense.
here's the thing. You want to know how dying Welsh is? There are more people that speak Latin than speak Welsh.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%.
I mean,
But that's also because it's a holy language.
yeah, I was going to say there were always more people who spoke Latin than Welsh. Literally, like, forever, basically.
Yes, Cymru has the literal interpretation. The ancient name of the people of Wales, the Britons. That's Cymru. Hey, Cymru.
Yeah, the Simri.
I'm happy to say because I don't speak to my stepfamily, thankfully.
How do you feel being the cum people?
I'm not. Again, I don't hang with my stepfamily.
They're come by association.
Lamau.
Come by name, come by nature. Come by.
Come by night.
That was Anna last night. High five, Sammy.
Ho, ho, ho.
It wasn't. They could not get enough personal time to do that.
Oh,
Aww.
Alack, alas.
So yeah, apparently gonna have to go to. I was a fucking sidetracking there,
Sorry.
but yeah, so good. Yeah, no, don't worry, that was hilarious. I do enjoy it, and that's why I enjoy the sessions more when we can do the whole RP thing here because it's fucking more energy to it. But yeah, so can I ask Inah and Roswin if they happen to have know where this Jupiter Chronicler is?
Yeah, we were all given those directions.
Yeah,
no problem.
we met with him yesterday. That's how we found out about the location of the forge.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to wander over there myself then.
Yeah, don't be surprised if he knows your name before you say it.
Oh no! People are so smug when you do that.
He is very, very smug.
He didn't actually even ask for anything in repayment for the information either.
Yeah, that's the weirdest part. He just
hmm.
gave us this incredibly rare lost knowledge, and that was that.
I can only
Did
assume
that-
it's because your presence revealed to him information that he was already interested in.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Maybe, but what the hell would that be?
Weird.
Good question. I
You,
don't know.
you didn't like swear an oath to like come at this time of need or whatever like that.
I did say I owed him one, but that's just the truth.
Yeah. For him collecting on that debt would be pretty fair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Okay, like, wait, did you say that you owe him one or that you owe him a debt?
That we owe him a debt.
No, that I owed him one. Or I guess I owe you.
Okay,
I don't
it's
remember my exact wording. It didn't seem like it mattered. It's not a demon or something.
okay. Yeah, I don't know, but in general, it's always
Maybe.
it's always when somebody's that being suspicious, it's wording matters. It's always been like that.
It's not like he's put a gesh on me or something.
Oh, so what do you think?
That,
I'm
that
sure it's
little
fine.
lizard?
I would know.
Yeah, probably.
I'm
Wait.
sure it's fine, and it isn't actually anything that big a problem.
Yep.
Wait, I have a question. Like that little lizard?
What?
What?
Gosh.
No, gesh is a spell, one that's theorized to exist that the gods can cast to compel people to obey their will.
A theoretical contract. It's actually more given in nature than is divine.
But how do you spell it?
Geas. Castle will
Oh, so
proudly say,
that's how it's.
Gosh.
"You mean a geese?"
Ah,
No, that's the quacky one.
Well, at least she didn't call it a
Chaos.
gas.
I
God
was-
damn
Ah,
it.
yes, a gas.
No, I
Erdo will
thought it
fart
was.
loudly.
Yeah, I crossed a small flame behind him.
The bartender glowers at all of you.
So that's is that how it's from? I thought it was gas.
nope.
Gaius?
Yeah. Okay. No, I've heard of like a little lizard that's like called like gesture or like something like that. Little lizard that can crawl upside down on even
Gish?
on no, like a gesture. Like I think it's gesture.
Gecko.
Small lizard. Is it
Gecko.
gecko?
Gecko.
Gecko. Ah, okay. Oh.
But no. The spell's more of command. It's like a superpowered command, basically. And one that has consequences if you break.
It would be very, very illegal to cast.
You'd have
Not
to
that
find a
that
person.
necessarily stops everyone, but, you know.
You'd have to find a person powerful enough to cast it in the first place.
That is also true. I imagine when you are that powerful, you don't really give a fuck about rules. Because rules are for nerds.
Ponder. I think. Nah. It just waves her hand. I never mind. She wouldn't ever use anything like that anyway. No, but
yeah,
whatever.
Frida probably could do it. She is a powerful enough enchantress, even though she'd literally never, ever, ever consider doing it. It probably has never crossed her mind in history.
Indeed. So. No, but anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go there and have a chat with this chronicler. And maybe he knows about if he knows things that back, maybe he knows about the freaking sun goddess, the prophesized elf.
The
The
prophesy?
prophesized elf?
Lucent.
I didn't hear about her being a prophecy.
I didn't either.
Yeah, we went to the museum there and was a specific specialist in Dragon Empire and its history there. The only thing they had was essentially a prophesized paragraph about Lucent. I don't care. I don't remember her fucking full name.
We don't know her full name.
We don't
only
know her full name. We
Lucian.
only know her as Lucy.
No. The,
Yeah.
Lucent. It's Lucent. Because
Yep.
I didn't remember. Okay, so Lucent. She was prophesied of being of the sun, earth, sun and moon, star and earth.
Oh, I bet they would be very interested in the tablet I got.
Well, yeah, the tablet and all that stuff. They like.
She
they
gestures
remember-
at sun, moon, stars, earth.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That she was still widely excited about anything on that.
All right, well, you say
Because
prophesize. Like, do you mean she didn't actually exist, or?
no, she was prophesied to be when she came to like that's all it's supposed to exist. We don't know. Nobody knows because that was the only thing that actually exists about her.
Weird.
So we don't know if she came before the fall or after the fall, or if she exists now or anything like that. Or
What if she doesn't exist yet?
yeah, that's what I said.
Hmm.
If she even exists now, or maybe she exists and just been chilling, hammock smoking dragon grass for who knows how long.
What a blessed life it must be.
I doubt
Yeah, I
a
mean-
Gauze
It
is
was a
going to
pun.
sit around doing nothing.
Why not? Who's gonna tell them not to?
Well, I mean, what's the point
Senator,
of being a
probably.
god if you don't have worshippers or domain or
Is
anything?
there a moon? Wait, no, there is. That one died
Nope.
though.
Yeah, there is no longer a moon god.
Well,
That makes things hard. How do you make a god? Well, if you said sun, moon, stars, and earth, that I mean, 3 of those have deities assigned to them already. Well, 2 of them actually now. That makes things kind of difficult. I don't think there's a star god. Is that Senatrea though? Was that?
Yeah, Senator
No,
is
she's not.
symbolized as the pentacle.
Saba will say. That used to be Talion's domain.
I thought he was just magic though.
Well,
Again, the pentacle and stars is magic.
yeah, exactly.
And you'd need to have a kid from from Wovar and Talion and Saracena and wait
That's
and
a lot of
Carnus
ants.
and Carnus.
or they all donated a part to make that one. Like I said, I don't know. That's literally the only passage that exists, that is known to exist from a specialized historian that been doing it for like 200 years. I don't know.
Weird.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll find out more eventually in our travels.
Well,
Yep.
we're going.
Maybe they all ran a
literally
train on
going
Saracena.
to the chronicler. So I might as well ask while I'm there.
Okay.
Unless
Goodness, I'm sure that will be an interesting time.
well, we got some free time today. Yeah, where the hell are we?
Yeah, we have a bit of a delay since the riots kind of made travel a little bit impossible out by boat.
Yeah.
What, are we going somewhere on a boat?
Yes.
Yeah, to go find
Yeah.
Aska's sister.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
right.
we subscribed for her and she's just across
Yeah.
the bay.
Way to Crest
waiting in
be.
a deserted castle. No, ruined castle, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Incredibly powerful memory.
Yeah, so let's see. Well, if you don't have anything to do right now, other than you know having a good old time with everyone here,
If we're gonna go on a boat, can we go to New Kadar so I can get my clothes? I'm tired of wearing this toga.
Wait, surely there's someone here who can do clothes. Come on.
Yeah, but I already asked my folks for new clothes.
Well, Dar does do a lot of shipping to Anderland, if that's where you're going.
We could probably get a boat from there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I suppose so.
bit of sidetrack.
It's not a huge one, thankfully.
It's just
Yeah,
up
it's
the
a
road.
couple of days. Still. Yeah, so well, I am not I'm not much. Wow, I'm not much one for all revelry here, so I'm gonna try to get this done so I can get as much information as possible so we're ready for the morrow.
Sure.
Since I kind of
It's Sammy. I'll give her a tap on the shoulder and hand gesture. Would you like to join me at the museum? I guess I've got some history pieces to hand in to them.
She will
Nice
think
little
on
date
that and
spot.
nod. I love the museum. I'd love to show you around.
Excellent. All right. Guess I'll meet you guys. Where do you want to meet? Tomorrow morning. I guess it'll be tomorrow morning.
I suppose the dock, since we'd be taking a boat to New Kandarn and then New Kandarn over to
Yeah.
Anderland.
Okay, sure. See you guys at the docks in the morning.
yeah,
Mhm.
I'll get the wagon down there for us.
In the meantime, if you find out that you need anything through the night or something like that, I have been staying here.
Sure.
That's good. I'll, she, she does the dad thing of like slapping both hands on the knees there. Well, it's time to get going for me. He stands up. You all take care and be safe. Enjoy your evening. Well, enjoy the rest of the day.
Yep.
Freaking riots, like seriously.
I know, right? To think they get so worked up over a chariot race.
Oh, Inah will pay for the Casa table's drink and then before she leaves. Seems like the right thing to do.
Yay!
Never happened to Lyria.
Free,
I mean, people get
free
nosebleeds over
booze.
the volleyball, but like, never any riots.
They who, what, and where who?
I said they get nosebleeds over volleyball, but nothing like riots.
Nice. You're welcome, Kelly.
It's nice to meet you. And nice to see all the rest of you again.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Oh boy.
Well, don't be strangers then. I'm sure we'll
We
see you on
shan't.
the road again.
Yeah, we can swap stories again the next time we meet.
So, who's going to Garamaz's this time?
Zana is going. Who else wants to follow? Has ideas or questions in general?
Good question. I think I'm alright. Inah is not burning with any curiosity.
I mean, if you want to get any tales of like stuff and like that, I imagine Talia want to go. He
Oh
probably just
no!
wants a bunch of tales.
We timed it so Arena and Kiri are both also going for a date at the museum.
I was just about to type
noticed
that
their
out.
tokens. Son of a bee.
It's meant to be.
we can also ask about things like the wild hunts and meteorites.
I guess B will go with for moral support.
Be more support, though.
She could probably think of something to ask given enough time, but no, not really for now.
Well, it's 5.5 miles of walk, so yeah, we got time.
Oh, you get to have a double date, Scal. Get some daddy bonding time.
Inah pokes her tongue out. Well, we are here to browse the museum, and also because apparently the owner, or at least someone here at the museum, is really interested in these rubbings we got from Gelwyn's estate.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
that's
they made
actually a good
copies.
idea.
Which means I'm going to have to get copies of copies. Because I don't really want to give them up entirely. I like having them too. Go figure. Maybe at some point I'll be able to put a great big tome together of all of the like interesting historical sites and stuff.
Yeah.
Careful, that sounds like you're stepping on Dally's domain.
Oh, sure, except I'm not going to like do them as a real book. Think of it more like a scrapbook, but with, old artifacts. And then one day some historian will find it and just be like, wow, what the fuck?
Just laying out the groundwork for future history. All right, fair enough. Here,
I guess that's one
Mom,
way of putting it, yeah.
throw an arm around your shoulder. Well, why don't you join us since we're all here together?
I look to Sammy.
She'll smile and nod.
Sure, I would like that.
Yay, double dates with your mom.
It's so
Yeah.
weird.
That's your
Arena
own
thinks
fault.
it's extremely cute, and now she can keep an eye on you.
You caused this, Emma.
I did. But it's great at the same time.
All right.
It's an
I know the
incredibly
cost.
fun dynamic.
I think Roz will go with you, just, in case. Anyone else?
Yeah, Tyler wanted her stories and info, right? Or
I don't particularly have anything to go ask the spooky gentleman for.
the chronicler of weird stuff. That
He does
might
that shit
have-
on a trade, like... That doesn't seem like a good idea at all.
What? Aw.
Mm,
Think of all the stories he has. He probably has a bunch of them.
it would be hilarious to know, like, comedy and tragedy. It'd be like, we have, like, the divine tragedy, but not the divine comedies. Like, you just look at their divine comedy first edition print. It's like, oh, fuck shit.
I guess that's true. If he sells actual books, maybe, yeah.
I wonder, is there like actual like divine comedy like in this setting, or like any like sort of like that whole entire tale of Dante or anything?
I don't think so, because there's no real concept of hell and purgatory in the setting. You either go to your
Thought that
god's
the
dream
abyss
or you
was
get
seen as
dissolution.
a purgatory.
Not really. Souls
Not in
don't
the same
go
way.
there when you die. The abyss is more like the Shadowfell than anything.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah.
Alright, so Aska, add Zana and Alright, and yeah, once again, you guys arrive at Garamaz's shop. A pair of armored legionaries will stare at you as you stomp on in.
Ooh, fancy, bro. Fancy. Are they golems?
One of the troops looks at you and says beneath his helmet, "No."
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's a person under there. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You hear the other guy snickering in his helmet.
Wow, you guys are built like, well, golems. Like, you guys are massive. Damn, impressive.
Thanks, we work out.
It's cool armor too.
One of them
Fucking
flexes.
bro down.
Oh yeah, hold on. Let's see. I don't want to stat block these guys out of storage, but it's like a 7, I think. Eh. An average flex.
Well, yeah, they're on duty. They can't
Pretty
really
good.
like go all
Pretty
out.
standard.
Yeah,
It's hard to flex and plate.
yeah, it's hard. They do if they flex too hard, just shatter it off, like shoot it off.
Oh, Roz, no.
This time
They-
B is the best flexer of all.
Well,
Jiggle,
there's
jiggle,
one
jiggle.
guy left.
I don't think Tally's gonna bother trying to flex on them.
No, she will just rip
Tally-
her clothes.
Tally flexes her glutes.
I
Destroys
You want
everyone
pussy?
present.
Causes a shockwave behind her.
God damn it.
Yeah, it's close.
Hey, not bad.
Pretty decent.
Pretty decent. Everyone here seen the
Yeah,
D&D movie, right?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, we'll not spoil anything then, but Stray just sent me something that reminded me of an amusing coincidence from that movie.
I've not seen it,
Oh,
but I
no.
don't exactly plan to.
Fair enough.
Oh, dude, I would totally recommend you do it. Like, it's
It is actually
It's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
I do
Yeah,
have
like,
tomorrow off, but I also just spent like fucking $3,000.
you
Oh,
know what?
yeah,
Probably
I'll
shouldn't
fucking
go
send you.
out.
I'll
Yeah.
send you money. I will fucking pay for your ticket.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, no kidding. How much do you want? Like 20, 30 bucks? I'll fucking send you it
Uh,
right now.
It's worth
sure.
seeing.
Yeah. Like, I'm
It's
not
really
joking.
fun.
If you play D&D, you will fucking like it.
Okay.
Yeah. The same thing with you, Amxal.
I'm
I will
good.
fucking send you money.
Nope, I don't want you to pay for it, take anything. I just don't plan to go see it.
Oh. Yahar. Okay, never mind that.
That
Okay, I can't
also
DM me your
wasn't
stuff.
targeting it either.
Yeah, so just DM me your stuff there and I'll send you. But yes, so back to this.
yes.
The minor flex. Yeah. Good work, guys. Yeah. Should seriously need to get on to that, actually, working out. Man, I am so bad at this.
You say as you just bump into
And there's-
Roz. Oh,
Let's bonk. Ow.
sorry, Zana.
Yeah, don't worry. I know I'm small. 5'8".
Doggy.
Wolf will trot over and just sniff at Roz. Well, again, turn it, like lean down and give it some big old scritches. So yeah, as you crowd around Eldug, Garamaz will set down the book he was reading. Ah, Lady Roswin, back again so soon already, and with a different coterie of companions.
Yeah. Like, just crying dog and like the nerd goes for nerding and like, so they were here earlier, just went a little earlier than I expected. I thought to make your acquaintance at the same time.
Yes, a pleasure to meet you, Miss Zana Gallium. What can I do for you?
Well, that is, I have some questions regarding two objects of long lost lore.
Mm-hmm. Go on.
Oh, first is, fuck, what was her name again? Just write it out there. What the hell is historical figures? Jennifer Spring. Yes, thank you. English it. Yes, was on a fellow of the ancient fellow of Kinara, one of our first followers, talking about the lost scales of Jennifer Springbrook, her fabled armor. Sort of like a bit of a religious quest to reclaim it.
I see. You're hardly the first to take up that quest. Do you intend to be the last?
Well, yeah, if I find it, of course it will be the last.
Well, then. What do you have to offer in trade for this information?
Oh, I do happen to have some coinage, which you don't seem to be the one too fascinated about that.
Hardly. I trade in information, dear. Coin does not concern me.
Well, closest to valuable and useful information, if you happen to have some people out and about finding information for you, is that leans in closer and said there smells like there might be a wild hunt coming.
Hardly
But I take it
valuable information. It's on the lips of all three Dryarchs now. You let that
Indeed.
one slip a long time ago.
Well, yeah. So if you happen to have somebody out there or any errand person, should warn them.
Yes, but that information is hardly unique now.
Valuable. Though the question is, what would you do with said information? Would that be a personal storage for no one to access or readily available?
Neither.
Yeah, like Frida's told her a lot of things about a lot of things. But what he considers valuable, that is the question. Like, so, but that would be, you said valuable information. What do you consider something of equal value?
For what you ask, a fact that is unknown to all but one man in the whole world right now? Why, something known only to one person, I think would suffice. At least one group of people. Gesture a hand at the party. They'll hardly turn away adventurers just because they work together.
Hmm. Well, if it's just for knowledge, then how about the resurfacing? No, no, no. That's too much. Out of character. I was thinking about the fucking sword.
Well,
But
that would certainly be pretty unique.
That would be perfect. Yeah, that'd be pretty much what you need.
yeah, but I'm just checking how the fuck, this is my level of like lack of morals talking. I'm just checking how Skull feels in the background.
I mean, I don't know how this guy's BS works, but that sword also isn't known only to us anymore.
And that sword is known to a fucking more person out of the
It's known to a very prolific bard.
hmm
Yeah, that knows how to shut the fuck up.
But still,
Cass notoriously is not a fucking snitch.
That is actually true, yeah. He has been in situations where he could and did not because he ain't no fucking snitch.
And Zana knows about Senatrea. Not every gory detail, but how she came back. That will be considered. Yeah, like it's still fucking Ursula's technically. Well, how about there is resurfacing of a part or a weapon that was used for the death of Senatrea?
Now that is a new tidbit. All right. We have a deal, Miss Gallium. Tell me every juicy detail.
Oh,
You fucking snitch.
well, like I said, I don't know where it is. I will note out that I don't know where it is, but I know it has been secured.
And what is it?
A sword, an ancient sword, other character, eh, ancient bronze sword made by the Frostjotun of the fucking Prince shitbag. What's his fucking name?
Ionis?
Ionis. So, Ring of Wanderers, Handmaid and Joker, Storm Plains, Hellsong, Tempest Edge. Oh no, you removed that. Okay. Engraved with runes from used to slay Centrea and ancient. I give him all the information that we know of it and what was told.
Including what it does? Which you do know. I guess the better question
I
is
will
there
mention.
anything you hold back about this item that Zana
Well,
does know?
yeah, I'm gonna say like there is a property that I from it that is very juicy in itself, and its knowledge is the knowledge of that. I would say is actually on a little higher price scale than.
Oh, my dear, well, if we're going to hide details from one another, that's fine. But don't expect the full picture yourself.
Hmm. I will say mostly because one of my comrades was very browbeatingly persuasive on making sure it was extremely secured and tucked away safely.
Is this comrade here? Are they your mother?
No, no, they are not my mother, but
And speak. Your information is secure. There is no better vault of knowledge in all Aeona. Talk.
It is quite a persuasive argument there. But as you said,
We could see
we
if he
did
can
have a
actually
deal.
just roll a persuade on you, I suppose.
Well, I am being like, but as I said, you said a save vault and make sure that this
That's
don't.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
He's a convincing gentleman.
Yeah, and it's a whiz save, inspiration spent for this.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Motherfucker.
Like ironclad will, there's like,
It turns
I
out you
will
two
say-
are not a fucking snitch.
yeah.
I mean, she already stitched this far.
I know, but I'm glad that she knew when to fucking
Yeah.
stop.
Yeah. If he
Instead, all
has
she
any
did was
form
just
of, like,
arouse this man's curiosity, unbelievably.
yeah,
You're not a
like,
snitch, but
he
you are a
got some
goddamn tease.
Yeah, for real,
yes,
though.
there's some edging, so to speak. Like, but
Oh, I hope you're not
they
going.
just she does the whole Gendo hand in front of it. But I do know where, even if a vault is, I do know where not to put everything in. I'll be glad for any and all the information you have on this, but
Fine,
my
then. If you wish
Derek.
to give incomplete information, then you shall get the same in return. What you're looking for is somewhere within, 50 miles of Nevrak Hold.
50 miles, you say?
Hmm.
Where's Nevrak at?
Nevrak is here.
Ah. Within 50 miles. So somewhere in the mountains.
Pretty wide radius.
You wouldn't. That's very pleasant, so that means it could either be within a abandoned outpost near a dragon, a former dragon's roosting,
A
close
dragon's
to,
former roosting, you mean?
yes, indeed, or near an ancient hidden forge.
Surely this armor isn't in the same place as the forge. That'd be silly.
Oh. Oh, okay. Out of character. Hey, but good news. If we can't figure out the fucking way to reforge the goddamn sword for outsiders, like I can just give him the rest of the info.
I mean, if there exists one of that blade, I'm sure there exists more of it.
Yeah, but good fucking luck finding something that's not been scoured by this time.
What are you talking about? We find these places all the time.
Yeah, we're really good at just
I know.
finding a bunch of ancient shit.
Yeah, we are. Everyone else aren't.
Okay, if one party like us is doing it, surely there's multiple other parties that are doing it across the world.
Yeah, but they're not player characters.
I know. I'm just saying. Don't start saying You don't find these unscoured places all the time, because they do.
Thank you for that piece. Now, there was another one that I think you might be uniquely qualified to know about.
Flattery will get you somewhere.
Well, it's about the sun goddess Lucian, or the prophesized one.
Of course. And what, pray tell, do you have to offer for that?
Well, right now we do happen to know the exact location of the remain of the what was it, the royal dragon family's temple built to her honor.
It's a shame that information's out in the world already. Hardly anything unique about it anymore.
That might be
Really,
true.
you do have this terrible tendency to just spread it all around. Devalues it quite a
Well,
bit, quite quickly.
quite uniquely. That's understandable, but do-gooders try to do good.
Do you have any storybooks, Mr. Garamaz?
I actually remember him having like a huge collection of storybooks. Yeah.
Yeah, he indeed does have like a really quite extensive library of fiction here.
Oh. Excellent.
You take me as the kind who's interested in heroic adventure. A shelf
Oh, yes.
direct behind you has my favorites.
Ooh, thank you so much.
Out of character, what was the name of that thing? The reverse residium. What's the fucking name?
As
That's right.
yours, yeah.
Out of
And
curiosity,
that's
Mr.
right,
Garamaz, what would you buy a first edition copy of an adventurer's tale? Once all is said and done, the memoirs of a grand adventure compiled into a novel.
I would be delighted. I have a taste for such things, especially signed first editions.
Well, I think that can be arranged sometime in the future.
I take it you're already knowledgeable about Azure, right?
Oh, Azurite's something new.
But where it comes from, correct?
Indeed. As much as there are those who prefer to keep such things secret, they shouldn't have gone to sleep for a few thousand years. They wanted all their little dirty laundry kept under the rug.
Then I take it you also know about the magical incubation capabilities of it as well for
Oh yes,
beasts.
this great star beast you slew. An impressive feat, for sure.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting thing. It's like, Taeleer has been noting down this heroic tales in her work there, so get to read all about it later in our first signed edition.
Indeed I will. While you're talking, Garamaz is gonna just walk over to one of his shelves and start browsing through it, looking for something. So, you want information forgotten to history? Surely in your career you must have learned something just the same.
I do know a few things about my mother that nobody else do, and I do think that's a very private.
Well, what sorts of things? What, cat got your tongue?
Well, goat, but the only thing that 4 people know, which would be my family, would be the resting place of her parents. She went on a grand journey herself to recover them and to give them a secluded resting.
Garamaz will think on that for a moment, and then nod. Very well. The where, the why, and the how of that expedition. And I will tell you what I know about Lucian.
Very well. I shall keep this. Wait, on the quiet side here. I shall give him the house, the wares, the why, the how, and the wares. The why, because she felt that her parents, even if they were long past, should at least be together for the sake of, even if they weren't together in real life, at least they can be bodily together in death. The how was through magical means of finding the area where they had been passed on, and then the expedition to those, and by hand excavating it and carrying them from. She carried her mother first, and then went to find her father's remains, gathered them up, and into a single secluded that now 5 people know little glade
And this glade
in a
is
small
where?
corner. Yeah. And I will get the map. Can we get the Perglyph map?
Sure. Well, I don't think we need to go through that detail. If you just point it out to him, he will accept that. I want to go
Yeah.
import that.
Okay, so it is in the Great Woods, and unless you're quite stealth, like well hidden, it's a little bit hard to get to.
Fascinating. Very well. Delusioned. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or shall I just give you the gist?
Well, from the main paragraph that you might know exists from the museum there, 4 domains prophesized. Who?
Not quite.
What?
Already
really?
you're not
This
on the money.
sun, the moon, the stars, and earth.
No, you're looking at it wrong, goat. It's not that she
I did.
has 4 domains. It's that she comes from 4. Lucient is, was, will be child of divine children. One parent, a father, will carry the blood of Talion and Wolvar, and her mother that of Karnas and Herona. Thus she becomes embodiment of the sun and the moon, the stars and the earth. She is twilight, interpolation, the liminal spaces in between. She embodies everything and nothing, combination and dissolution, as ever-changing as the tides. You get it now.
A catastrophical contradiction.
A goddess of beginnings and of ends. Long may her light shine.
So what you're telling me is that that's not a good thing. Well, depends on how you see it.
That is
But
not information, that is subjective opinion, and something in this case I will not deal in, as I, even in my state, am not informed enough to make one. I'd have to meet her. A goddess could be good or evil. She represents everything and nothing, beginnings and ends. Does it mean the world? Does it mean creation? Does it mean all conflict, war, hunger, starvation? That would be up to her to decide. And
that could
she's
be
not
also
around.
no.
Yeah.
But if she, well, that we know, or that you know, to be precise.
True. There are, alas, some things I do not know, rare that they may be.
Though, if she of these divine bloods, that hmm, spaces in between, just gives him a side eye. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I would less enjoy these, potential implications and not invest too much into speculation, but for good and bad, whatever she can or they can do will come at a cost.
You enjoy speculation a great deal with remarkably little information. A dangerous
it's a
hobby.
Occasionally it can't come up right, but usually I think better when I have my brother around. That's the thing.
You may judge her as you see fit. Perhaps someday she'll care.
Well, if she's of those lines, she would need to care for very little or a lot.
So,
I'd give her a big hug.
You would.
as you would, Beatrice. So, is there anything else that piques your curiosity today, my dears?
Do you know everybody's name?
Yes.
Cool.
He smirks. Roz rumps.
Let's see. That was about everything we had to ask, right?
Yes.
I believe so.
Yes?
Roz will
I have.
lean in and whisper. You could ask about that dragon.
Well, I have given some precious information. That cost me a little deal, a little bit there. Would ask about the dragon, but well, somebody has to fork up their share for now.
I think I'll pass. Ah, speaking of which, here. A gift for new business associates. Garamaz will take the book he pulled off the shelf earlier and hand it to you. Zane, I
Oh.
assume you read common?
Yes.
Alright. Enjoy this lovely tome. Operational Security and You, a novice's guide to securing information.
By Anonymous. That damn Anonymous. They're ruining everything.
I'm behind 7 proxies. Good luck.
The Hacker 4chan.
Who is this for?
The Hacker 4chan, formerly known and currently known as Anonymous.
Sussus Amogus.
They've been telling people that you can charge up your phone by microwaving it. I still can't believe people fell for that.
Yeah, that one
They
fucking, that one's
microwaves.
wild.
Yeah.
Fucking
and
Zoomers.
the fucking update the fucking software update, the iOS update, made
Yes,
the phone
made your phone
waterproof.
waterproof.
Don't forget,
Oh, it was so good.
there's another one. You can drill into your phone and there's a headphone jack.
There's a hidden, yes, there was a hidden 3.5 millimeter jack.
Yeah.
Actually insane. Anyway, does anyone else have
It's a real
anything they want to ask
prize brain
Karamaz?
network.
I would like to buy a book.
You may indeed buy books. For any of the fiction books, these are not like the handwritten copies, like the histories. These are all printing press books. So they will just run you 20 silver a pop.
This is acceptable. I will take 2 books.
We'll happily take your coin for printed books. The dog will come over and he will take the books from you in his little jobs and walk over and put them in a little paper bag and then clamp it shut for you. Hand it to you.
Aw, what a lovely puppy you have. Oh, aren't you just so smart?
The dog does a little puppy grin and then says, I sure am.
He talks! Incredible!
Oh, Inah would love him.
And probably date him.
Shut up. I had it coming a mile away.
I know we'll never.
No.
live again.
It's better. Savin, she'd woo him.
Woo.
Well, ladies, if that is all, then I wish you a good day.
Ah, yes. We'll see you again someday.
I'm sure you will. So yeah. And I think that is where we'll leave it off for the evening. Because I'm a tired boy.
Cool.
And
Yeah, we need to get some of this.
next time we can do us a heckin' travel to Anderland.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
I can finally get some some clothes that fit.
Oh, speaking of which, Tally, actually, at some point during the party's stay here, Kieran will come around and deliver unto you a gift.
What's that?
He will hand you a little clothes bag, which has inside it a pair of beautiful tailored white dresses that are pretty much exactly your size.
Ooh.
Oh, I see. Those were all measuring hugs. He knows exactly what his wingspan is.
Where'd you get these?
Oh, I found a tailor in town.
Aw, did you get these made for me?
Mm-hmm. I figured even if
about-
we're going to Kadar, you need something nice to wear.
Aw, thanks, Kiri. And Talanora was gonna give him a big hug.
Squish.
All according to Keikika.
Yeah, he will give you a hug back. No problem. Yeah. So let's do XP.
And I actually think we're gonna score in quite well.
We'll do okay.
All right. So, did you explore a new interesting location for the first time?
Well,
Yeah, I
we,
mean, actually a chance
Karamas,
to explore the city, yeah.
Yeah, you went to pretty much all of the places of note, the museums, Garamaz's shop, the new towns.
Arena.
Yep. So, did you discover new interesting truth about the world?
Boy, howdy, did we.
Yeah, by trading
Yeah.
information with Garamaz, you have discovered facts. Did you advance or complete a quest?
Yes.
Did you protect the people of Iona from a deadly threat? No.
No.
Well, we didn't stop a riot, so no.
To be fair, no one died in the riot either. They just
Yeah,
got
it
bonked.
wasn't
Yeah,
deadly.
we got lucky, there were no deaths. It was just a
Luckily.
Donnybrook.
I love that's a word. Alright. Instigate lasting change in the world at large or the life of a companion. I don't think so.
Don't know.
And I don't think anyone fulfilled a long-term goal.
Yes,
Oh.
You did?
yes.
Oh?
Solve the volcanic forge mystery because we know what the fuck it is.
Oh yeah, I
know
guess
what
we
the
know where the
fuck
volcanic
it
forge
is.
is.
Not quite. No.
We have the location. We don't
Yeah, you don't know how to actually
exactly what
get
it is.
in,
Yeah.
or indeed how to use it yet.
Yeah, if your thing had been find the volcanic forge, or I guess find the location of the volcanic forge. Then,
Locate the volcanic forge. Then yes, I'll see that. But there's a mystery around it.
Yes, there is a mystery, and you have made progress on that for sure. That will indeed count as advancing the quest. So it looks like 4 XP for everybody.
Cool. 20 away from
Or
level
actually,
5.
1, 2, 3. No, it was just 3. I'm sorry.
Oh. 21 away from
All
level
right.
Yeah,
5.
because I guess like once we actually get to the forge and everything, that'd instigate lasting change in the life of companion.
All right. And looks like nobody fulfilled a short-term goal because you all fulfilled all of yours already except B.
Yeah.
Yep.
I forgot to write one in
I
here. though.
figured I still have my inspiration, so I'm.
Yeah.
Not that it would have been fulfilled anyway. I was thinking like we'd get out of the city today. No, boy howdy, was I wrong. I thought, okay.
No,
we
see,
did all
this
the
is
art-
Evarra. You're not allowed to leave in less than like 2 sessions. That's how this always works.
Yeah, sorry,
Well,
that's just the rules.
Yeah, I just thought like we had the RP channel. I was thinking, all right, yeah, we did everything we needed to an RP, and then we just did an entire session back in Evarra.
Yep.
Yeah.
We probably
because
could have done more, but I was
71
insanely busy this week.
Yeah, you were busy. It's good.
Yeah.
Savin wanted also the bowman to be in the game, so
No, he
Ye-
said he wanted to do the meeting of it before selling this stuff, not that
Yeah.
it had to be in game.
Yeah. Also, Guardy was at a con, and he was at one of the 2 people going to there, so you know.
okay.
But yeah, that'll be it for us then. If you're watching on the stream or YouTube, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next time. Adios, and do take care.